Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Today, we are, of course, looking at the Tour de France, like we have done for all this week. And today we're being rewarded with gravel. Gravel is on the road, 32 kilometers from Troyes to Troyes is the route. And right now we have a very dynamic situation going on the road. Plenty of riders in a front group, but that front group is being chased down by Tom Pidcock, Ben Healy, even Arnaud Delis, Ballerini, and Clément Russo. Remember him? Other riders also wanting to get in that front breakaway move is Stefan Kung, Romain Bardet, Magnus Cort Nielsen, Matej Morahic, Axel Laurent, Jake Stewart, Michael Matthews, Hugo Page of Intermarché. Right now we have 137.6 kilometers to go, undulating terrain, and this is nail-biting stuff. The Peloton are really going all-out attack here to try and get all the teams that haven't won anything. They want to get something out of a stage win. A stage win is huge in the Tour de France, like we know. It can make or break your tour, but we have a break out in front, the one that they're all chasing down. And it is, mostly led by Movistar of all teams. Movistar, they have their Spanish national champion of Alex Aramburu, the former Spanish national champion of Oya Loscano, Javier Romo as well, and then Alexei Lutsenko, Maxim Van Heels, who was in the podium of Strade Bianche earlier this year. American friends will like that. Nilsen Paulus is up here looking for success for EF Education Easy Post. Jasper Stuyven as well. Of course, they don't have they don't have Mads Pedersen in here anymore, but Ben Healy and Tom Pidcock are looking to join that group. They're 12 seconds away. 137 kilometers is all that we've got left of the stage. So this stage is going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. They've decided they're not going to go quiet here. They're going all out. All out. 136.8 kilometers. We've seen Tom Pidcock and Ben Healy. They have, of course, been in this kind of situation before. Last year in the Ardennes, these two riders were up there trying to jostle with Tadej Pogacar for the win in not only Liège-Bastogne-Liège, but also Amstel Gold. In Amstel Gold, Ben Healy was the one who came out stronger than Tom Pidcock. But right now we're seeing Tadej Pogacar, Mathieu van der Poel. The pace by the peloton is quite hard now. 2 minutes and 4 seconds from the peloton to the front end of the group. The Delis group, they set 1 minute and 14 seconds. Remember, we have got a lot of gravel sectors coming up. You can see on the screen as well. The next one is the Courte de Baroville, and that actually has an incline as well. So that is a Cat 4, and the length of the section is 2.8 kilometers long for the Cat 4 climb. 360 meters in elevation gain and averages 4.3%. But that crucial bit that there is a bit of gravel on that climb. So, it's going to be an exciting one. There's plenty of riders that can be in the mix here. You guys, 48% of you believe Tadej Pogacar is going to be taking the stage win. The current defending Strade Bianche champion. Remember, he attacked 81 kilometers from the finish. Are we going to see him do that here today? I have my doubts. I think he's going to play it a bit safer today, just marking any of her GC rivals, because the field is certainly very strong here. Visma Leasebike taking up the pacing towards the front here of the peloton. Are they looking to use that very strong core team to put UAE under pressure? We've seen him exposed a number of times, Tadej Pogacar, left alone by his teammates because they weren't there in the group, but can that potentially happen here? Tom Pidcock and Ben Healy have been joined by Nilsen Paulus. We have another puncture as well from one of the Arkea B&B hotels. Obviously, gravel is horrendous to ride on road bikes. So Clément Championson, he's the man who's struggling there with a mechanical. But right now, it is a trio of Tom Pidcock, Ben Healy, and Nilsen Paulus trying to get this group up there. 17 seconds adrift from that 11-man group out in front. Derek G as well, the Canadian, the Israel Premier Tech darling. He's here, the gravel world champion. The gravel world champion from a year ago, not the current one, because that's, I believe, is Matej Morahic. He is up here as well. Gianni Vermeersch, he's the sole representative of Alpecin de Koenig. They'll have to try and see if they can take a win here. But right now, Movistar are putting their whole into this. All of their efforts are being put in. They're thinking about Loscano. The solitary point was taken by Gianni Vermeersch. Of course, we don't have a lot of Mountains Jersey points up for grabs here, but this group out in front, they're trying to do their best to keep away some of the other riders. We've got 4 mounts his jersey points. And right now we're seeing Jonas Abrahamsen. Remember him from yesterday? We were talking a lot about him, the Norwegian, the polka dot jersey wearer. He has decided this is the moment to attack. Jonas Abrahamsen, just take a day off. Take a day off. You've got a long way to Nice if you're going to keep that jersey, but he's decided that today is going to be another day to try and get back time. Oh, well, not get back time. He's not in the GC, but get more points over his rival. His nearest rival is Tadej Pogacar, but right now we're seeing that second chase group that we talked about with Nilsen Paulus, Ben Healy, and Tom Pidcock. Nilsen Paulus is absolutely riding his heart out here to try and bring Ben Healy into the contention of this. Is that their card now? They're very much going for a stage win. And is it going to be today? EF Education Easy Post, their tour has been thrown a bit upside down after Richard Carapaz. But the pace is high. Everyone's going all out, pretty much. The peloton have stepped on the gas, well, not the gas, the brake a bit. But everyone else is really going for it right now. 134 kilometers still to go here. 9 seconds now. Nilsen Paulus doing a sterling effort here to bring back Ben Healy into that group. Or not even bring him to the front end of the group here. Absolutely excellent riding. Tom Pidcock forced to do a turn as well. Ineos Grenadiers, this is probably their best card if they're going to be up there. But Tom Pidcock really struggling here. I think there might just be a bit of wind as well. Nilsen Paulus and Tom Pidcock doing the work together. Ben Healy trying to just avoid getting to the front end of the peloton right now. Or not the peloton, the second chase group. The first chase group after that breakaway we have. We have a breakaway out in front. We talked about it a bit. But right now, Ben Healy and Tom Pidcock are trying their best to try and get into that group. UAE Team Emirates somewhat controlling things in the peloton right now. And I think they're going to take it a bit easier once this break has really established itself. But behind Tom Pidcock and the two EF Education Easy Post riders, we have a big group. Stefan Kuhn, Clément Rousseau, the two teammates. Arnaud Delis as well. We saw him up there in the sprint. Jake Stewart, of course, Arnaud Delis, we have to mention. Arnaud Delis did, of course, win Trober-Leon, a very, very hard one-day race in France. It's not gravel, it's more, cobblestone. And, we've also got Jake Stewart, as we said, Israel Premier Tech. He is looking to try and get up there to help Derek G potentially, or maybe Jake Stewart they could think could do something here. Romain Bardet as well, David Ballerini for Astana. Astana, of course, do already have Alessio Lutsenko in that front group. Magnus Cort Nielsen, the Uno X Uno X mobility rider. We haven't really seen him stick his nose towards the front. He hasn't really grabbed the headlines for Uno X. That has principally been Christoph with that third place, of course, but also Abrahamsen wearing the jerseys. But the catch has been made. The catch has been made, not in terms of the breakaway in the peloton, but that front group and this chasing group. So right now, Pidcock, Nilsen Paulus, and Ben Healy, they are in that big breakaway out in front. So it's a 14-man group now. 14-man group at the front. Movistar with the most riders in here. EF having 2 riders, like we said. Jasper Stuyven's on his own. Derek G is on his own. Maxim Van Heels is on his own, the Lotto Destiny rider. But he could maybe be joined by the Arnaud Delis group. But the Arnaud Delis group, we haven't really got a time check of that one. So maybe they've given up. Not too sure here. We're also seeing Phillips and Matej Morahic here. Matej Morahic, they're about... they're trying to get away as well now. So the Matej Morahic group, gravel world champion, like we said, and last year, winning it in Italy. But right now, Movistar in a great situation here with 2 riders and their big star, Oyo Lozcano, or growing star, shall we say. Oyo Lozcano, is he going to do it? Are we going to see breakaway success from Movistar? Right now, we're coming into the second sector now. This is a very hard one. You're going uphill on the gravel, and this could potentially produce some gaps here in this breakaway group if they don't pay attention, shall we say. But Movistar, they're doing a great job here. Oyo Lozcano with 2 of his teammates, the Spanish national champion in there. But Oyo Lozcano, of course, did he win that race? There was the Spanish race. We had the gravel race. I'm pretty sure. Did he win it? The Clásica Hane? Is that how we pronounce it? But right now, Movistar doing a great effort. Derek G just following on. So is Alexei Lutsenko as well. Lutsenko could do something here. Lutsenko, he doesn't really strike me as someone who has a great record in Strade Bianche. Of course, we'll delve into that, but the action is happening here. The front group has been split in two. Jasper Stuyven trying to close the gap here. And Uno X with, Magnus Cort Nielsen in that second group. The Deli group is 1 minute and 25 seconds down. So 1 minute and 25 seconds. 2 minutes and 5 seconds is the Matej Morahic group in terms of deficit here. But that second group chasing with 2 EF Education Easy Post riders, with Romain Bardet, with Ballerini, with Jake Stewart. They're coming towards the start of the climb, or the start of this sector. 1.2 kilometers long, 1.2 kilometers long, and it's a 3-star sector, so that gives you an indication here. But right now, Ballerini's finding it difficult to hang on here. 8% here on gravel. That's quite a tough bit of a sector here. 640 meters left. And many of you not believing it's going to be a win for Tadej Pogacar. It's almost 50-50 our poll. But great to have 600 people. And we are going to see the peloton now come towards this Cat 3 climb. So Vinicius Malispa, UAT Emirates, and Ineos Grenadiers are getting towards the front here. They're getting towards the front. They don't want to get caught out here. Tadej Pogacar, of course, phenomenal on the gravel, phenomenal on the incline. So I don't think he's going to be under any pressure. But of course, a puncture can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter which jersey you're wearing. It doesn't matter who you are. But they're coming into it here. A lot of distancing happening here. Jonas Vingegaard doing quite well to put himself towards the front. Oh, there is traffic at the back here. Traffic at the back. There's been a mechanical, and many of these riders are going to lose a heap of distance here. Many riders running up the climb here. They're running up the climb. But Tadej Pogacar, it's still quite far away. So even if something does happen, but seeing riders running up this climb here, not being able to pedal because it's so hard to start on gravel once you lose traction. So, oh my goodness, this is crazy seeds. I'll get you the screenshot of that. But 130.4 kilometers still to go here. Visma Lease Bike really ramping the pressure up now. They're really using that team that we talked about. We'll wait and see what happens. But right now, Alpecin, they're trying to put the pressure on as well. Are they thinking about something yet? Alpecin, Van der Poel, everything can happen. But a lot of the riders here getting unstuck here. And this could be alarm bells for any of these riders, that GC riders. We'll wait and see. But we'll have a new poll as well. Visma Lease Bike, they're trying to just drill this gap now. Put pressure onto the other riders, other teams. 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and this could be quite worrying for the breakaway teams. If we're seeing Visma Lease Bike put pressure on now, that could be quite dangerous for them, and their lead could get vaporized quite quickly here. 130 kilometers to go. This second sector has proved very, what shall we say, damaging for the peloton. Many splits happening already, but 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Remco Evenepoel, where's he? Roglic is gone. Roglic is struggling. Roglic is in danger. Roglic is out the back. So the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, who doesn't really like terrain like this, he's out the back. So there's pressure being put on by Visma Lease Bike. His own team are putting him to the sword here. So Roglic is in panic mode here. Mathieu Van der Poel is trying to join this as well. Absolute carnage here. This is absolute worst possible narrative for them right now. Alberto Beccio in the group with Roglic as well. Abrahamsen was brought back as well. I think, do we have Soudal Quickstep? Because they're working here. So is there Remco Evenepoel in here? But this is alarm bells. Alarm bells for Roglic right now. Roglic is about 23 seconds down on Vingegaard. 25 seconds. 25 seconds is the gap between Jonas Vingegaard at the front in terms of the GC favorites. And this is alarm bells now for Roglic. This is going to be pressure almost in the next 129 kilometers. His all team putting him to the sword here. Oh, we come over that other categorized climb here. The points taken by, the solitary point taken by Alex Aramburu. So pressure really being put on here. Pressure being put on by this Melissa bike. Many of these teams want this battle. The podium battle is very tight. So they all want to try and do what they can here. But the breakaway, they're looking around at each other a bit. I don't think Movistar is too content with having Tom Pidcock in this group. They're just trying to force some of the other teams to work in it here as well. But 128.7 kilometers from the finishing line. And the big surprise is that, Arnaud Delis is struggling. Arnaud Delis, what happened here? I think he just had, struggle here from Arnaud Delis. Oh my goodness, this stage is lighting up and we haven't even had too many of the gravel sectors. The peloton are going all out here. I think we're going to see a decimated group by the time we get to the end of it. I'm not even sure that we're going to see a win from the breakaway here. And I think that's a very good poll to go for. Great to have over 800 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, who you think is going to win as well, and who will win the stage today. Who will win the stage? Are we going to say the peloton, or is it going to be the breakaway group? Breakaway group or the peloton? That is your options for that binary poll. But the breakaway not the breakaway group, the second group on the road, that features Romain Bardet, that features Jake Stewart, it features Kevin. Oh, no, not Kevin. There's no Kevin in that group. Magnus Cort Nielsen features Stefan Kung. Many of these riders not having any success in this year's Tour de France and desperately want it. Are they going to be able to bridge the gap here? They still have 1 minute and 29 seconds. But they know that the yellow jersey group is absolutely ramping up the road here. They've got about 20 seconds between the second group, the Romain Bardet group, and the yellow jersey group. Tadej Pogacar doesn't look too bothered about this, but Roglic is the big loser on this occasion. He is far behind now. We know that this stage is very hard. So Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, they really need to get it organized now, because now they have a 36-second deficit. 36-second deficit. That is absolutely remarkable. 36-second deficit. Great to have Tony watching in Romania as well. Let us all know where you're watching from. And thank you as always for joining here on the Cycling Dane channel. 126.9 kilometers. Vingor is in a prime position here, using that very classic specialist team that they have with the likes of Matteo Jorgensen, who's been very good on, well, not these kind of roads, but certainly on gravel road. Jan Tratnik, he's the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad champion. Christophe Laporte, former Gent-Wevelgem champion. This team is phenomenal on this kind of surface. We talked about their limitations on the uphill compared to UAE Team Emirates, but on this terrain, I think they're a far stronger team. But the asterisk there is, of course, that Tadej Pogacar is the Strade Bianche champion right now, and that is, of course, very hard to get rid of as well. But right now, it's getting very interesting. Many of the teams struggling on that bit of a kicker there. And we are heading towards the third gravel sector. Of course, we have 32 kilometers of gravel on this stage. And right now, 126 kilometers still to go. The big head is that Primož Roglic has lost distance to the yellow jersey group, where Remco Evenepoel and Jonas Vingegaard do join Tadej Pogacar after Roglic's old teammates of Visma Lease Bike have put him to the sword. That front group is tiny in terms of the peloton group. That is tiny. There can't be more than 20 riders in there now. Absolutely ridiculously incredible. But at the front of the race, we still have Movistar. They are smelling more gravel success. Of course, remember, they were the ones who took the stage win in the Giro d'Italia, where Peleo Sanchez took the victory after a breakaway that features Julian Alaphilippe. But right now, Giulio Ciccone, he's in here as well. So the Italian, what can he do? I think we've got Gerben Tyson in this group. Yeah, 22 riders in here. Ugo Alpage is the rider we were talking about, not Gerben Tyson. So in this yellow jersey group, we got Jonas Vingegaard, Matteo Jorgensen, Kelderman, Laporte, Tratnik. That is the Visma Lease Bike team. We've also got Tadej Pogacar, Joao Almeida, Mark Soler, Tim Wellens, Adam Yates, no Juan Ayuso. Juan Ayuso is not in this group, so he might be with the Roglic group here. Roglic in trouble. Roglic in trouble. This is alarm bells for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. The man who's currently sitting fourth, 1 minute and 36 seconds down in GC with Biniam Gamay. He's sitting with Biniam Gamay. So Bini is with Roglic right now. At the front, Movistar is doing their best with Alex Aramburu just to inject a bit more pace. They have 1 minute and 24 seconds between them and the second chase group on the road, which features Romain Bardet. Romain Bardet in there, Magnus Cort Nielsen, Steph Kung, and David Ballerini, Jake Stewart, Clement Russo, these guys. But in that front group, we have a number of strong riders. 14 riders in total. 3 Movistar riders, Alex Aramburu, Oya Lozcano, Javier Romo. And we also have the former winner of the Gravel World Championships, Gianni Vermeersch, up here for Alpecin de Koning. And then we've got Jasper Stuyven as well for Lidl Trek. Tom Pidcock, former Strade Bianchi winner. And Alex Sinclair is up here as well for Cofidis. Nilson Paulus and Ben Healy for EF. Maxime Van Heels, the third place finisher of this year's Strade Bianchi. But the chase group is Groupama FDJ doing most of the work with Stefan Kung and Clement Russo. But Tadej Pogacar is looking very comfortable here. He's got Juan Ayuso. No, he hasn't got Juan Ayuso, but he's got Adam Yates around him. No Nils Pollard here. But Tim Wellens is around him apparently. But no Pavel Sivakov, no Nils Pollard. So quite a surprise. In that peloton, we've got Arnaud Delis, we've got Kevin Vauclain. Kevin Vauclain, remember, our Stage 2 winner of this year's Tour de France. Mathieu van der Poel, the king himself. And then we've got Remco Evenepoel with Gianni Moscon. This is probably why they brought in Gianni Moscon as well. We know Gianni Moscon is very good on these kind of terrains. So, great to see him. Great to have so many of our channel members as well. Great to have Swedish friends in the comments. So, T-Hart, great to have you here. Hamburglar, Helper here as well. I think, did I see Vero? Kidding myself here. But great to have so many people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from and who you think is going to win the stage today. Do you think Biniam Gamay could get back here in contention? Do you think Tadej Pogacar is going to take the win? Do you think Tom Pidcock could take the win? Ineos Grenadier is still not having tasted any success in the Tour de France. So, it's all still to play for. T-Hart going for Romain Bardet. Who knows? Romain Bardet, that would be very good. But right now, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Great to have 900 people in the chat. Very close to 100 likes, so hit the like button if you haven't already. Message from Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. The message is a group with 30 guys left. Okay, I think they were messaging about what just happened. Next gravel sector coming up as well, so that is going to be an interesting one for the teams to try and survive here. We've had a crash apparently as well. Or no, we haven't. Have we had a crash? I don't think so. I think I misread that. But Arnaud Delis, as we said, he was trying to get up to that front group, but he has, of course, been caught by the peloton. And what can he do? That is a big question as well. But right now, 1 minute and 53 seconds for the yellow jersey group to the front end of the group. But that front group, principally being led by Movistar, is trying their best to stay away. We got the intermediate sprint coming up as well. So that would have been good for Arnaud Delis if he'd stayed in the group. But yeah, right now, the only Jake Euler rider we had up towards the front has been dropped, unfortunately. So, But Biniam Gamay sitting with Jonas Abrahamsen and Roglic in that third group on the road. They're 2 minutes and 16 seconds down. They're about 26 seconds adrift. 26 seconds adrift. And the Roglic group absolutely trying to bring this back now. Roglic, this is do or die for his GC. Well, not really, but it's certainly seconds you don't want to be losing here. The second week is a bit more quiet in terms of the challenging terrain here. But yeah, right now, Biniam Gamay is sitting on Roglic's wheel. Yeah, Bini is isolated though. I don't think there's any of his teammates here. There's 2 Soudal Quickstep riders. There's Sean Quinn in there. There's Alberto Bessio. Wout Bernard is in this group. That's a surprise. A former Strade Bianchi champion, of course. That is a tear up for the books. Of course, Wout Bernard looks like he hasn't been great in the last few days, riding into some form, we hope. But out in front, his arch rival, his career rival, Mathieu Van der Poel, has found himself in the selection. So maybe Mathieu Van der Poel, a former Strade Bianche champion himself, remember 2021? What an edition of Strade Bianche that was. No Egan Bernal as well, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh no, Egan Bernal is here. So Ineos Grenadiers represented by Carlos Rodriguez, their GC Hope. Egan Bernal as well, 5 minutes and 25 seconds down. Of course, a former third place finisher in Strade Bianche. And Ben Turner, the man from Yorkshire in Doncaster. But Giulio Ciccone, he sits alone. The man who won the polka dot jersey last year. And of course, they have no Mess Peterson in the race. So he's principally the rider that they're going to be thinking about for getting big results here. Movistar, they're determined to try and get something out of this now. This is an interesting dynamic for them. 3 riders. Enric Mas, of course, a bit out of GC, which is a big shame for him. A former top 5 finisher. Top 5? Top 6? Definitely. He's definitely finished inside top 6. So for Movistar, this is kind of do or die to try and save their Tour de France to some extent. Get some good results. And is the stage today going to be it? We'll wait and see. But it's certainly looking very interesting. Interesting tactic from them, getting 3 riders up there. Interesting that other teams allowed them to get 3 riders up here. That is how it stands right now. Movistar doing a great job to dictate the pace at the front and could well and truly do something. Ineos Grenadiers here, what are they saying? They're saying that they need to keep fueling. Of course, it can be quite hard to remember to fuel as well. They just a reminder there for Tom Pidcock to fuel, because the energy is really going to be drained out of the riders after the efforts that they've been doing just to get in the break and keeping the break alive as well. 2 minutes and 9 seconds down to the Primož Roglič group. Then we have a gap of about 18 seconds between the Roglič group that's trying to go hammer and, absolute all out to try and limit the damage here being done, and how much will that take out of them by the time they get back into the yellow jersey group. I assume that they are going to get back here, but 1 minute and 19 seconds here, 1 minute and 19 seconds for that second group on the road that we recall that Romain Bardet is in, Stefan Kung is in here. We've got Nilsen Paules, I think, has dropped back into that group as well, courtesy of that effort he had earlier to try and get Ben Healy, his teammate, into that front group, which he successfully did. So objective complete there. But yeah, in terms of that front group, there's a number of riders who have been in the Strade Bianche in a number of years, in the last few seasons for sure. But the one with the best result was Tom Pidcock. Of course, he finished on the podium. No, he didn't finish. I think he finished 4th this year. Tom Scoynt, of course, and Maxime Van Heels, both of them finishing on the podium behind Tadej Pogacar. Maxime Van Heels with its 3rd place, but Tom Pidcock having a better result, of course, winning in 2023 in terms of Strade Bianche, the gravel classic in Italy. And here we have, of course, a gravel stage. Ben Healy as well. He's finished 12th this year in Strade Bianche. Alexei Lutsenko finished 7th in 2019 in Strade Bianche. And then Gianni Vermeersch, the world gravel champion from last year, finished 14th in 2021. So he's actually not been back since. Or actually, that was his best result. So we're going for the best results, not when they last competed. But a little trek here. They're not really doing anything to try and bring this Roglic group back, because they have Jesper Stuyven, probably their best card for today's stage, in that front group. And he can take it somewhat easy, you would think. You'd think you could take the day off a bit. Just say, well, I'm not doing any work. You've got more riders than me. Movistar, you have 3 riders. I'm 1 rider. Please. And you've got Oya Loscano as well. Oya Loscano, we talked about him. He's kind of been a breath of fresh air into Spanish one-day racing, into the Cobble Classics. A great Criterium du Dauphiné from him, finishing in 9th place. Winning the gravel race, the Clásica Jaén, in Spain. Has a lot of gravel, that race, and he was in the breakaway for 114 kilometers. But a great riding by him to take that win. He finds himself in pole position now, but the lead that they had on that second group has shrunk down. The one with Romain Bardet, the one with Stefan Kuhn, has gone down to 1 minute and 7 seconds here. So 1 minute and 7 seconds of a lead here. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Great to have so many people here. Let us know where you're watching from as well and who you think is going to win here. It's a very interesting day here. And now we're seeing the secret weapon of Gianni Moscon. Is this the Gianni Moscon of 2021? I doubt it, but he certainly is a great rider when it comes to the gravel, in terms of the cobbles, the gravels, etc. And are we going to see him doing something here for Remco Evenepoel to put pressure onto Roglic? Of course, Roglic is a danger man for the podium, for the win. And right now they have a unique opportunity to put time into him on not a big stage with a lot of elevation. There is a lot of elevation, but not the mountain stages, not like that. But yeah, what is going to happen today, that remains to be seen. 116.5 kilometers still to go here. Great to have 1,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. And of course, welcome. And I hope you're having a good day. And we are, of course, all united by our passion of cycling right now. UAE Team Emirates, 3 riders in that yellow jersey group. We're wondering where Juan Ayuso is. So Juan Ayuso is a bit of a unknown at this point. Maybe he's in the Roglic group. I'll get back to you on that one. We've got the intermediate sprint coming up as well. Is anyone in this front group bothered by that? I don't think so. We don't really have any green jersey contenders. Anthony Turchis is up here as well, the former Milan-San Remo podium finisher for Total Energies. But yeah, inside a kilometer for that green jersey, and who's going to win that? That will be, well, probably not the most interesting, but imagine if we had Arnaud Delis in this group, or Biniam Gamay, or Jasper Philipsen. That would have been great, but none of these riders in serious contention, to say the least here. So yeah, it's 500 meters to go. It looks like no one's really going to go for this. Jasper Stuyven looking towards the front, just popping his head in the wind here. Is Jasper Stuyven going to add 1,500 euros into the little Trek pot? No, he disappears around in the rotations. Tom Pidcock, does he want that intermediate sprint? No, they're still just rolling around. It's amazing that they don't really care. They put nothing into this, but I think Movistar, they're going to sweep this up. They're going to cross the line first. There's 100 meters here for the intermediate sprint. Nobody. Oh, Turchis. I think Turchis is going for it. Turchis and Movistar here. Turchis for Total. I think Total just took that. I think Turchis just about pipped it there, but from the Movistar riders. So another 1,500 euros going into the account of Total Energies team prize pot, and that is quite good for the French team. They haven't tasted any success in terms of good classifications, but right now it's certainly looking interesting. Great to have Nairobi as well from Kenya. And where is Tadej Pogacar? Good question. Tadej Pogacar finds himself in that yellow jersey group, 1 minute and 33 seconds down. 1 minute and 33 seconds down. That second chase group on the road with Romain Bardet, with Stefan Kuhn, with Magnus Cort Nielsen, and with a very tired Nilsen Paules. They're trying to increase the tempo here. They're coming closer to that intermediate sprint. They're 200 meters away from that line. There will, of course, be points available for them as well, but their big points have disappeared. They've evaporated, and they don't exist anymore. So they're coming for the minor positions here. I think it's Jake Stewart. He's coming through to take, I guess, 5 points. But Magnus Cort Nielsen, they're looking around here. They're worried about the peloton. The peloton's about 22 seconds behind here. 22 seconds behind. And we're seeing Ineos Grenadiers leading the peloton right now. No points available, I think, here, but who's this doing the effort? I think this might be Ben Turner just trying to string them out even more here, this group. It looks like the Roglic group, we're almost going to see the joining of the two groups here. Solid effort here by Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe here. Solid effort, but Ineos Grenadiers desperately tried to close the gap. Oh, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe in crisis. Was that? I think that was Vlasov here. Vlasov at the back. Crisis for Roglic here. This is crisis mode now. Crisis. This is ridiculously going well. Wow. This is incredible. And yeah, wow. We're coming towards the next sector as well in 11.7 kilometers. The pressure is being put on here by Tom Pidcock. And yeah, Oyo Loscano in there, like we said, the Movistar man who's already won a gravel race this year in Spain. And his teammates are up here, Romo and Alex Aramburu. But yeah, David Gaudu apparently in this group behind. This is another group, the fourth group on the road. Fourth group on the road, very far down here, about a minute down on the yellow jersey group. So we might not actually see them back. A lot of Astana riders in there. Lots of Destiny riders in there as well. So yeah, Visma Lease Bike are the culprits, of course. They're probably going to be welcoming back Wout van Aert here, because he was, of course, in that Wout van Aert, well, not the Wout van Aert group, but in the Roglic group here. This is absolutely incredible what's going on in front of our very eyes here. Visma Lease Bike putting a bit of pressure on. 113 kilometers still to go, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got a real race on our hands here. This is great. This is classic stuff. This is what you would love to see. They're treating this as a classic one-day race, not as a Grand Tour stage. So you love to see it. But Romain Bardet and the co in that chasing group, I think their days are numbered here. I think the peloton are going to bring them back now. And yeah, unfortunately, they'll have to recharge and try and hang on from the pace being put on by Visma Lease Bike. But Visma Lease Bike committing a lot to this. They're committing a lot to this. So yeah, they're almost bringing this group back as well. We are, of course, going from Troyes to Troyes. That is the town. And a lot of graveling going on here in the Tour de France. And wow, what's going to happen in today's stage, that remains to be seen. Is it going to be one for the sprinters? Is it going to be one for the GC guys? Or are we going to see Oyo Loscano winning the first stage for Movistar in a very long time? Was it Nairo Quintana that was the last Movistar's Tour de France stage winner? Of course, they've been up there in the top 5, top 6 with Enric Mas. But in terms of stage victories, I can't recall the last time we had a Movistar rider. Is it Nairo Quintana in 2019? Is that how far back we have to go? Of course, he changed to Arkea Samsic. We also had the retirement of Valverde. That proved to be decisive as well. But right now, 111.6 kilometers, and the peloton, or the yellow jersey group, as we probably should call it, are looking to pull back this second chasing group on the road, which featured Stefan Kung, featured Roman, not Roman Gregoire, the other Roman Bardet. And yeah, it looks like their day is going to be over very shortly. But yeah, David Gaudu, was he really a GC guy that we were talking about? Yes, at the beginning we were contemplating this great man who's finished 4th in the Tour de France before, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do anything here in this year's Tour de France other than getting in breakaways. Wouldn't you love to see him go for the polka dot jersey? We were talking about this with him, with Simon Yates, with Enric Mas, all these great GC guys who just haven't had the greatest of time in terms of this year's Tour de France. Maybe they can just change their perspective, change their focus, and then we could see a very epic battle for the polka dot jersey. But our next gravel sector is 1.4 kilometers long. And yeah, this could maybe produce some upsets as well. Yeah, there's a lot that can go on. There's a lot that can go wrong here for the riders. Remember, gravel is certainly not easy to ride on. It's a slippery, rugged terrain. If you get a stone or gravel the wrong place, a crash can happen. Anything can happen. A puncture, a mechanical, etc. So yeah, but right now 110 kilometers to go. We've got that group out in front. Let's just remind ourselves who's in that group. They're working very well together, principally because Movistar, they see this as a golden opportunity. Fabio Jakobsen is towards the back here of the peloton. And yeah, just coming to the intermediate sprint here. So Fabio Jakobsen and DSM already forming that gruppetto, I think here. I think Ben Tyson was in there. But we have a front group at the front. Naturally, 12 riders in here. That front breakaway with a lead of about 1 minute and 37 seconds. Tom Pidcock, last year's winner of Sarai Bianchi. Jasper Stuyven, we know, a prolific one-day racer, has won Milan-San Remo in the past. Gianni Vermeersch, the teammate of Jasper Philipsen and Mathieu van der Poel, former world gravel champion, as we said. Ben Healy as well has been up here in a number of gravel races, was up there towards the front, kind of, in Strade Bianche this year. Maxim Van Heels finished on the podium, Strade Bianche. Derek G as well, very good in Giro d'Italia last year. Alex Zingler, the Cofidis rider, he's hoping he can fly under the radar and maybe be able to do something here. We're getting an attack here as well from the peloton, so a counter-attack after that catch. Alex Aramburu, Oya Loscano, and Javier Romo from Movistar. That is such a tactically brilliant move by them. But the risk is that other teams will look at Movistar and say, well, you've got 3 riders. You can commit 2 of them to the chase here, or maintaining the gap here. Alexei Lutsenko as well, former 7th place finish, Strade Bianche. Not had the best season, after his incredible Liège-Bastogne-Liège, where he finished 8th. After that, he's had a bit of a bad patch of form. But maybe he can try and reclaim a stage win would be great. He's won a stage win in the past. The starling of Kazakh cycling. He won a stage in 2020. And of course, he has also this year won the Giro d'Abruzzo outright, winning a stage on the Pranto di Tivo of all the places, managing to outkick not only one UAE rider, but 2, Adam Yates and Diego Ulissi. Diego Ulissi, who is going to be winner of the Tour of Austria, because sadly, of course, we had a rider pass away yesterday, a Norwegian continental rider. That was very, very sad. And yeah, that was just, there's no words really. 107.6 kilometers, this breakaway out in front. They still are working well together. They're doing their best to just maintain this gap. And it's actually extended now, 1 minute and 43 seconds. Maybe we're going to see a bit of calm now from the peloton here as well. Maybe with Roglic coming back, they're not really going to commit too much right now. Luke saying as well, where is Mathieu van der Poel? We have him in the yellow jersey group, and it would have been great to have him in the breakaway. Imagine him and his teammate Gianni Vermeersch in there. That would be an absolutely incredible dream scenario for Alpecin. But right now we've got 5 kilometers to go here. 5 kilometers to go for the stage. And will Pogacar lose time today? So yes or no? Actually, let's say will Roglic lose time today? He's in the yellow jersey group now. But Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are not having a great day here. This is the thing as well with selecting your team in the Tour de France. You need to think about the terrain. You can't just be like, mountains, let's just have a mountain team. You need to have a very all-round team that can tackle these kind of undulating terrains, etc. And I think some teams might come a bit unstuck here with not having the gravel specialist, the big rouleurs that can do something here. R.I.P. Andre, unfortunately. He was 7 victories this year, and he had also, he was going to be signing with Jaco Ayula, so a very talented Norwegian, and just heartbreaking stuff. 106 kilometers still to go here. The gap is 1 minute and 43 seconds. 1 minute and 43 seconds here is all that's left for the stage, so a lot of gravel still to go. We haven't covered all the gravel yet, so we'll wait and see what happens here. But the peloton is certainly a nervous place here with that bit of acceleration going on when we had the incline on the gravel. This is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be a diabolical one. We are potentially going to see one of the big GC guys being caught out here. Roglic getting a bit of a warning, but it certainly did cost Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe to get him back here. A number of riders very fatigued in that team now. And this is an absolutely banger of a stage to put on a Sunday. Yesterday, yes, Binny winning, but most of the stage was a bit paint dry watching. And right now, this is an absolutely great stage. We still have 105 kilometers to go, and we've already had a number of things happening on the stage, and there's probably more action still to come for us. 1 minute and 47 seconds. 1 minute and 47 seconds. This is going to be interesting. Actually, our next poll should be: do you think Movistar is going to win the stage? Remember, they have three riders in here. Three riders in here. We're seeing Colombian flags on the side of the road. We're seeing Danish flags. Of course, I'm very happy about that. We're seeing Eritrean flags. We're seeing Italian flags, Norwegian flags, Israeli flags. It's all over the place in terms of flags. Spanish flags, French flags, Belgian flags, Dutch flags. Just gives you the global nature of the Tour de France, which is great to see. No Kazakhstan flags yet, so we're still waiting for some Kazakhstan flags here. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that as well. Clifton Dunn, 74. Will Jonas Vingegaard be losing time today? That is a good question because, of course, Tadej Pogacar, that ever-present rider on any terrain, and it's very hard to get rid of Tadej Pogacar. But right now, in this front group, we've got Gianni Vermeersch. He's committing to the chase as well. We have Derek G. He finds himself in a breakaway for the first time in this year's Tour de France in an interesting situation. And what if he wins? Have we got any Canadians in the house? Great to have 1,200 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think is going to win. And we'll end that poll. Yeah, we can end it now. So we'll do the question that Clifton Dunn said. Will Jonas lose time today? Will Vingegaard lose time today? So we've seen a very bullish Visma Lease bike working at the front here. And yeah, they're very confident in this on this stage. So we'll wait and see what they can do here. But right now, it is very interesting, the dynamic in front of us with that breakaway that took a bit of time to form. We've also got a time check here of Carapaz with Yates. I presume that is Simon Yates. They're about a minute down on the yellow jersey group. So the yellow jersey group sits at 1 minute and 50 seconds. Then we have a group trailing about a minute behind with Simon Yates and Carapaz. Of course, those two riders again could be someone that could go into that polka dot jersey battle. The polka dot jersey could probably be set alight a bit on stage 11. So we have a bit of time to see. But it is, of course, a very deep competition. There's a lot still to happen here. Great to have Cape Town in the house, Canada in the house. Great to have Canadians here. We've got Filipinos as well. And many of you Eritreans around the world. So great to have you all here. But 103.9 kilometers, we're getting towards that next gravel sector. And if you're new here, why not hit the like button and subscribe to the channel? We're on 214 likes. And of course, that's nowhere near our record for this year's Tour de France. That's in the 800s. Yes, 800. Quite impressive. But right now, we're seeing Uno X Mobility. They're moving to the front with Ineos Grenadiers as well. Visma Lease bike, UAE Emirates. The peloton is bigger than we had it before, but it's not as big as we normally know. So, yeah, it's getting interesting in terms of what the riders are going to do here. And maybe, are we going to see the stage win from the peloton? They only have a deficit of 1 minute and 46 seconds. It is vastly different, as we know. On a classics day, these gaps are forged. Everyone's on their limit, so it's harder to bring back gaps. And yeah, right now, the peloton, they certainly have a surplus of riders that they can use to try and manage or bring down this gap. Uno X Mobility, what are they thinking? Magnus Cort Nielsen failed to get into that breakaway, unfortunately. Was that their best card? Uno X. Who's their best card? Who would you think? Yeah, we'll wait and see here, but I don't know. Do we think that the best rider they have is Christoph? Is it Rasmus Tiller? Is it Søren Varensholt? Is that the best rider that they have? All these questions have to be answered, but let's try and find out. Søren Varensholt, the former something under 23 champion. I'm going to say time trial champion. Is that correct? Søren Varensholt. There's two Sørens in this race. One Norwegian, one Danish. Søren Kragh Andersen and Søren Varensholt. 24 years young and a former stage winner of the Tour of Denmark last year. He's the current time trial champion for Norway. He won the under-23 time trial championships in 2022 and is this quite robust rider. He can TT, he can win sprints. He won the Belgian Tour as well this year. That was a phenomenal win by them. And in terms of Strade Bianchi, he also finished 9th in Paris-Roubaix, 6th in Skel de Pries. So you can see this guy is certainly going to be their next big pride and joy, with Christoph going the other way, of course, but Christoph having their best result so far with a third place. But I'm trying to figure out Strade Bianche and Uno X. I'm not sure that they were invited to the race, if I'm honest. But Uno X, did they do anything in Strade Bianche this year? The dynamic on the road is a bit static now. So it's 102.3 kilometers to go here. The breakaway out in front with Movistar. And Uno X were there, and 27th was their best rider in this year's Strade Bianche, and it was Magnus Cort Nielsen. So that gives you an indication why they're pushing on with, tried to get Magnus Cort Nielsen into that break. But Magnus Cort Nielsen, how good of a Strade Bianche rider? I can't remember him finishing anywhere near the top 10. But, yeah, we'll wait and see here. We're coming close to the next sector here. The next sector is happening. But Ben Healy in this group, Tom Pidcock, of course, we know Strade Bianche champion. Ben Healy and Tom Pidcock also very good in the Ardennes Classics here. Last year, they had a phenomenal duel between the two of them. And, of course, Tom Pidcock is the Alpenstall Gold champion from this year. But we're coming into the next sector here. Next sector, Oyo Loscano. It's 1.5 kilometers long, 2-star sector. And Alex Aramburu is going out the back here. So the Spanish national champion, the Movistar riders have been reduced down to two riders. So Alex Aramburu doing a good job there to try and do something here for Oyo Loscano. But a bit of argy-bargy going on between the Lotto Destiny rider and the Movistar rider here towards the front. Also, one of the other Movistar riders towards the back end. Who is that? I think it's Romo who's at the front here. So that is interesting. Is Romo maybe the man that they're riding for? Was I mistaken completely? But right now, Movistar is sitting in a good position. We talked about them. Is this going to be able to do something here? 1 minute and 15 seconds for that yellow jersey group to the breakaway group. And still a long way to go. Visma Lease Bike trying to maintain their control at the front here. And UAE, okay, so Juan Ayuso's in here as well. They're saying UAE said that they want to get their principal riders in the front end here with this sector. Wout van Aert's towards the front in that Red Bull helmet. Of course, he's not part of the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe team, but there are rumors that he might be. Right now, the pressure's being put on here by UAE. Are we going to see some of the big riders getting challenged here? UAE Team Emirates, can they potentially put Roglic into some trouble here? UAE, they were a bit hurt that they couldn't quite commit, or they were a bit caught out a few sectors ago. But are they going to just try and counterattack, slap Visma Lease Bike in the face, being like, we are here, don't try and mess with us? Is that what's going to happen now? We're seeing them really commit to this. 1 minute and 5 seconds now, the gap has gone down to now for the breakaway. The breakaway are going to be worried about this. UAE Team Emirates committing a lot here. Are we going to see an attack here by Tadej Pogacar? Tadej Pogacar is such a sensational rider in Strade Bianche, a 2-time winner. So, yeah, what's going to happen here? Everything is being strung out here by the team. And there's one of the riders here. Ooh, one of the Arkea riders having a puncture. Here. And the absolute scenes we're seeing here, mythical stuff. The dust being kicked up by the motorbikes here into the rider's face. Tim Wellens driving the pace here of the peloton. So Tim Wellens, Marc Soler, they're really trying to ramp up the pace here, put the other riders into trouble, put them into the red zone. And this is all still, this is frantic stuff right now. We're seeing 116 going out the back here. 116 going out the back. But Visma Lease Bike struggling a bit towards the front here. And UAE have gapped the rest of the peloton here. They've gapped the rest of the peloton. Oh, this is remarkable. What is happening in front of our eyes here? UAE Team Emirates really just putting the pressure on here. Can they put the 2-time defending Tour de France champion into some problems? That is the big question here. It's all out attack mode here. All out attack mode from the race. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to crack first? Puncture. Jan Tratnik. Jan Tratnik has a puncture. He is not going to see the front here of this race, you would think, again. But Jan Tratnik here, key lieutenant here on this kind of terrain, and this is not good. This is not good from Jan Tratnik. It's Jonas Vingegaard's bike, so there has been Vingegaard having a puncture. Vingegaard's had a puncture. So Jan Tratnik there, changing bikes with... yeah, that was a funny little situation that we saw there. So Jonas Vingegaard had the puncture. Where is Jonas? Where is Jonas? I think Jonas is coming up now. Jonas is coming up. But yeah, Jan Tratnik being left with the punctured bike of Jonas Vingegaard. Good effort there. So Jonas is riding on the bike of Jan Tratnik. Maybe he has exactly the same measurements, because we know that sometimes they choose to just give one of the riders, making their ride a bit more uncomfortable, but having the same measurements as the leader. But Jonas Vingegaard is back, so Jonas Vingegaard is in the group here. So yeah, great riding there by Visma Lease bike there in some panic. Jonas Vingegaard is back in the bunch, and great moment there from the teamwork there being done by that team. Wow, that was sensational stuff. Fast thinking, and yeah, what more can you say than chapeau to them. Are we going to see any other big riders getting caught out here? We saw a number of riders getting caught out, but right now it looks like a good save there. Very fast thinking, very good work there by Visma Lease bike. Vingegaard is back in the group. 42 seconds here. 42 seconds. The defending Tour de France champion in the last 2 years. He was caught out by puncture, but he's back in the group here. So he's isolated. He's not with any of his teammates right now. He's trying to move up here. Crazy that his teammate haven't moved back to try and bring him back a bit quicker. But yeah, that is very interesting. Very interesting what's going to happen here. We're waiting to see on the stage here, but everything's happening. Who's going to take the stage win? That remains to be seen, but 97 kilometers to go here. 97 kilometers. That is the gap now. 97 kilometers is the gap. Well, not the gap. Gap to the finishing line, but 42 seconds is the gap to the breakaway out in front. They're going to be a bit worried about this UAE Team Emirates pacing going on. Wout and Jonas Vingegaard have been united here, so we'll wait and see if UAE are looking to put more pressure on here. This is worrying times. We've already seen Vingegaard in problems with that mechanical. We've already seen Roglic in problems, but I think that was a very different problem. Roglic, how many teammates has he got around him here as well? That remains to be seen. But right now, anything can happen. Anything. Any rider can be touched by the bad luck here. But Vingegaard doing his best here. What is the measurements of that Jan Tratnik bike? Is he able to do something here? That remains to be seen. We'll wait and see. Everything's happening in front of our eyes here. And are we going to see potentially Vingegaard being put into problems again? That remains to be seen. But Mathieu van der Poel in this group as well. 96 kilometers to go. It's all still to play for. All still to play for in this stage. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are going to be very nervous about this. They have got one man next to... Oh, another guy. 103. 103. That is one of the Alpecin guys here is doing bad here. We need to see what's going to happen here. Everything can happen in this stage today. Who's going to blink first? UAE Team Emirates. They were caught out a bit, and now we're seeing UAE Team Emirates pushing on still. They can taste the victory potentially out in front. Are we going to see Tadej Pogacar attacking on the stage today? That could happen. It's all still to play for here. All still to play for in terms of the stage win. There's only 42 seconds between them and the breakaway out in front. Who's going to make the decisive move here? We're seeing riders towards the back as well, just losing out. Is this Jasper Philipsen? Who's this? Changeover 103, and I think this might be Jasper Philipsen. Jasper Philipsen, is he potentially a man who could take the stage win? Are we going to get a sprint finish? That could happen, but this rugged terrain around Troyes has already produced some tear up results here. So anything can happen in today's stage. And who's going to blink first in terms of the GC riders? There's a number of riders who could get caught out. We've got, of course, Yates, Simon Yates, last year's 4th place finisher. He's been caught out here. So, yeah. Carapaz as well, the Ecuadorian national time trial champion. We've also got UAE Team Emirates. Ineos Grenadiers up towards the front here. Abrahamsen, the polka dot jersey wearer, he's up towards the front. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe as well, just defiant, wanting to show we're not done. We're not done. We're still here. We're still here in the race. So it's all still to play for here at the front end of the race. Who's going to take the victory? That remains to be seen. But right now, it's a very interesting battle between the GC teams, trying to keep that GC favorite safe. Keep them safe, out of harm's way. 40 seconds up to that breakaway up in front. They're going to be very nervous. Of course, Movistar losing one of their riders, and it looks like they could potentially lose more. Ooh, the group up in front, we haven't seen too much from them, but it's Gianni Vermeersch and Alexei Lutsenko trying to keep the pressure on here, trying to keep the rotations going. Jasper Stuyven as well. They know what's coming up the road here. 93.9 kilometers here. Is it all for nothing, this break now? Is their day going to be up shortly? They're making their way towards that next break, that next gravel point here. Are we potentially going to be seeing one of them taking the win from this breakaway? I think not. I think not on this occasion. But Israel Premier Tech with Derek G desperately trying to keep this up. And 60% of you believing Jonas Vingegaard is going to lose time today. 60%. Wow. But anyways, 3-star sector is the one that they're on now. Derek G, the Canadian, he is leading them into this. 2.2 kilometers long. 3-star sector. Matteo Jorgensen, of all people, is the man who has the KOM on this. And who's going to be able to do something here? Are we going to see Matteo Jorgensen potentially just increase the tempo, try and hit back at UAE Team Emirates? That ding-dong battle between UAE Team Emirates and Visma Lease Bike. Ineos Grenadiers as well have kept a bit quiet. They haven't got the strongest team in this relation. But what are they going to be able to do here? That remains to be seen. All still to play for here. All still to play for in the stage. Everyone's on the limit. Everyone's pushing firmly on the pedals to try and stay up there, keep out of harm's way, and praying to the cycling gods that the puncture doesn't find their way here. That an untimely puncture here really needs to be managed well if they're going to be able to stay up here towards the front. But right now, it's getting very interesting. The stage is lighting up. Uno X were towards the front, but right now it's UTM Emirates with Nils Pollitt pushing the pressure here. Oya Lozcano is struggling towards the back end here. Oya Lozcano is struggling. So the Movistar rider, I think, might have a mechanical here. Does he have a flat puncture or a slow puncture? Is that what's happening here? We'll wait and see. This is an exciting battle at the front end of the breakaway, but I think, unfortunately, their day is numbered. Mere minutes away from the catch, I would say. We've got plenty of riders up there towards the front, trying to see if they can be the one who takes the win, takes a classic Tour de France stage win. That's what many of these riders are dreaming of ever since they were a little kid, and this could potentially be their reality today. But don't hold your breath. But right now, UAE Team Emirates, they are the team pushing the pressure on. They're really trying to put the other rivals under some real stark pressure. And are we going to see any of these get caught out? In terms of Roglic, Vingegaard, Remco Evenepoel, of course, has his trusted lieutenant of Gianni Moscon here. Moscon being brought into the Quickstep team, and right now it's looking like a great signing. Oh, this is getting very nerving here. Any rider can get caught out here. Even Tadej Pogacar, who seems invincible on the gravel. Right now, 1.7 kilometers left of this sector. They've done a lot of gravel, but they still have quite a lot left here. We're seeing one of the DSM boys here going at the back as well. John Degenkolb, former winner of Milan-San Remo and Paris-Roubaix. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to feature here. So, 91.7 kilometers still to go here. 91.7 kilometers still to go of the stage. Who's going to take the stage win? That remains to be seen. But right now, UAE Member is trying to put the breakaway under some sort of pressure here. The breakaway will know that the UAE boys are really putting the pressure on. One of the breakaway riders just dropping out the back as well. Who was that? We're not quite sure who that was, but everything is under. Yeah, everyone's strung out. The pressure is high. This is the real Tour de France starting right now. This is absolutely remarkable stuff. But Alexei Lutsenko, he's making use of his advantage on the flatter terrain, really just trying to up the tempo here a bit. And what can he do on today's stage? Can he hold out all the way to the stage win? Mark Cavendish already having won for the team, but 1.3 kilometers to go here. Alexei Lutsenko takes that Cat 4 point in terms of that Mantis classification, adds another little point to his tally of Manson's jersey points. Are we going to see him featuring deeper into this classification? We've never had a Kazakh win the Pogacar jersey, I think. Maybe Vinokourov. But today, we're not going to speculate too much about the Pogacar jersey. It is all about the stage honours. 41 seconds. 41 seconds is the gap here. The peloton are making their way up to that Cascais 4 summit that we just spoke about before, that was taken by none other than, Lutsenko. But Gianni Vermeersch was the man who's dropped the Alpecin rider. So the former world gravel champion, he's the man who's back in the bunch here. Maybe he has just got a bottle here for his teammate Mathieu van der Poel. But equally, Mathieu van der Poel could be thinking of the win today. This is getting very heated, very interesting. 1,400 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Of course, we're thinking about Biniam Girmay's chances, about Mathieu van der Poel's chances, about Jonas Vingegaard's chances, even Tadej Pogacar's chances of today's victory. And if you haven't already as well, head over to the Cycling Day in Action channel and subscribe to the channel there to help us out. Let's try and get it to 1,000 subscribers. There's 1,300 people in the chat, so if every single one of you head over on the link and just subscribe, it's free. And get involved in the Tour de France competition we have available on that channel. Plenty of things to see there. But 90.3 kilometers, we're inside the last 200 meters of this gravel sector. 43 seconds for the peloton to make up if they're going to catch this group out in front. Kwiatkowski, Ineos Grenadiers towards the front. This is a weird move. They've got Tom Pidcock in that breakaway. They're trying to mess up the chase, I think. That's good. Good riding. Good tactical team riding, if that's the case. UAE team members looking around here thinking, what are you doing? But we've got Israel Premier Tech. They're keen to mess up this chase as well. We've got Visma Lisa Bike. They desperately want to do something here as well. Mikael Landa is great to see as well. But right now, everything is happening in the race. 87 or 89.7 kilometers to go. 43 seconds, 2 minutes and 34 seconds is the gap here to the Yates group, to the Simon Yates, not Adam Yates. Adam Yates is in this group. Arnaud Delis is struggling a bit as well, I think. Is he in the group? The Belgian national champion, Tadej Pogacar, putting the pressure on here. Tadej Pogacar is putting, just getting to the front here of this downhill. Is he thinking about a move here? Tadej Pogacar getting towards the front. And is this going to be quite bad for the other rivals? He extends. He is putting in an attack here. Tadej Pogacar is just losing the peloton here on the downhill. Is this going to be Tadej Pogacar attacking out? We're very close to the 81 kilometer to go here. 81 kilometers to go. That is the mark. 81 kilometers to go. That's where Strade Bianche, he won, hit out with that winning attack. But Tadej Pogacar is putting his rivals under pressure here, just disappearing off the front here. Great riding by the two-time Tour de France champion, bidding for his third title win here. But 88.6 kilometers, and now Tadej Pogacar just lifts the pressure a bit, just tickles his other teammates. So we'll wait and see. And everything can happen on today's stage. And what's going to happen in this, we'll wait and see. 88.3 kilometers to go here. 35 seconds. 2 minutes and 45 seconds down to Simon Yates and Carapaz. But Remco Evenepoel with Laporte on his wheel just brings back Tadej Pogacar here. So Tadej Pogacar, he's been brought back. Jonas Vingegaard, I think, was up towards that group as well. So that bit of movement there. Trying to just tease his rivals there in the GC a bit. But Remco Evenepoel was alive to it. He saw the threat and well and truly just got on the wheel. We haven't got Jonas Vingegaard on the wheel. I think it's Matteo Jorgensen and Laporte. They're the ones who are just marking this. Remco Evenepoel flicks the elbow. Tadej Pogacar looks around. They're not going to be doing anything. Ineos Grenadiers in a bit of panic after that move there. But that small move there, that small attack, just means that, the gap has come down to 29 seconds here. 29 seconds. So, that is quite interesting what just happened there. But Laporte has been brought back there. Laporte doing his best. And good effort there by him to just mark that move. But without Jonas Vingegaard, that move wasn't really what you would have wanted. So, who was caught out here? We see Arnaud Delis struggling a bit here. That effort towards the start, probably not the... Yeah, he wasn't... it was hard work that for the Trobro Leon champion for this year. But great to have 1,600 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, of course. And right now, 86.9 kilometers still to go here. 31 seconds for that breakaway out in front to this yellow jersey group. We saw Tadej Pogacar just drifting off the front there on the descent and just putting a few panic moments for some of his other rivals. Well, for his rivals, but we still have that 10-man group now. It's come down to 10 riders. It was 14, then it was 11, but now it's 10 riders up the front. We've got the Strade Bianche champion from last year, the Olympic mountain bike champion, a former maybe he'll enter the gravel championships, but the former cyclocross world champion Tom Pidcock, Jasper Stuyven as well, the Lidl Trek rider, former winner of Milan San Remo, former Omloop Het Nieuwsblad winner, and then we've got Ben Healy in there, former podium finisher at Liège-Bastogne-Liège, and a stage winner at the Giro d'Italia, and has already been up there in the breakaway, winning a stage in the Tour of Slovenia. Did he not win it? He must have come close anyway. Yeah, he won the final stage. But yeah, right now it's panic stations. Then we've got Maxim Van Heels, the Strade Bianche third place finisher of this year. Derek G, the man who was pretty much in every single breakaway last year in the Giro d'Italia, but didn't take that stage win. Axel Singler as well, the Cofidis rider, has been very good this year, taking a number of stage wins, up there. I don't think he's taken too many stage wins. I think he's been up there, one victory this year, but many top fives. I just saved that. Alex Aramburu, Javier Roman. Lascano is the man who dropped. Lascano from Movistar is the man who's gone. Alexei Lutsenko as well. We said the former 7th place finisher in Strade Bianche a few years ago, and the winner of the Giro d'Abruzzo. Not really had a best season by his account, and maybe he can save something here. He looked good inside the top 10 of the Giro d'Italia, but then had a health problem and had to drop out. And the last man in that 10-man group is Anthony Togis. Anthony Togis of Lotto Destiny. That is the man. Clifton Dunn 74 is saying we're getting the break caught in the next few seconds or few kilometers. Thank you as well, Robel, for that kind donation. A bit of coffee money here as well. So, it's all still to play for. Really appreciate that. And, great to have so many people here. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think's going to take the stage win. Lots of things can happen on the gravel around Troyes. Troyes is the city that they started in, the city where we're going to see the final finish. And, of course, remember, we're going to be streaming every single stage of this year's Tour de France. So make sure to join us for that. Of course, we got the previews on the Cycling Dane Extra channel. And tomorrow we got a very special video on the recovery day on the Cycling Dane Action channel. So look out for that. But 84.5 kilometers to go here. 51 seconds. And Extra channel will also have an interesting little interview from none other than hopefully Binyam Gamay. So if you want to see that, the Cycling Dane Extra channel is the place to go. Binyam Gamay, we think we are going to have an interview with him. So, I think we will. So look out for that. Some exciting nuggets, but 53 seconds. It's come up now, the gap between the peloton and this breakaway group out in front. So that attack that we saw, unfortunately, has just increased it a bit. So, we'll see what happens here. Great to have so many trains. Great to have Israel in the house as well. Great to have America all over the place. Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Do we have Finland? Is Finland here? Is Faroe Islands, Iceland? Can we complete the set of the Nordic countries? We'll wait and see. But right now, the Nordics are not having the best stage. We had Magnus Kort Nielsen trying to be out there in the breakaway, but right now the peloton is very, very small. Very small. Binyam Gamay, can he take the stage win? He is in this group. He is in the yellow jersey group here. So Binyam Gamay does find himself in that yellow jersey group. So yeah, Binyam Gamay could be up there in the mix, but yeah, 60% of you believing that Vingegaard is going to lose time today. So that's, yeah, a shame. But De Lee, we're talking about him being up there. He's about, he's about, what would you say, 20 seconds down here. About 20 seconds down. Will Binyam Gamay win today? Let's ask you guys that. You can say yes or no. Of course, there's plenty of Binyam Gamay fans, but remember, gravel isn't really his best thing. But yeah, we'll wait and see here. We'll wait and see. Apparently, as you guys have said as well, the World Championships will be in Quebec in 2025. So that should be quite interesting. This year, of course, we have it in Zurich. So yeah, all still to play for in terms of the World Championships. But I don't think that's going to be going to any of the gravel specialist, to be honest. But great to have so many people here. We've got Latvia in the house as well. Charles Williams, Latvia, are we sure? 82.6 kilometers, 1 minute and 2 seconds here. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Remember, they were very close with 30 seconds. But in front of the peloton, we've got Movistar, we've got Lidl Trek, Soral Quickstep, and Visma Lease Bike are the teams controlling the front on these narrow roads. Very narrow roads here. It's a slight decline as well, descent. And then we're going to come up to the next gravel sector is going to be one that could throw a bit of a wild chicken amongst the pigeons. Peloton didn't make sense. Go with me on that one. Yeah, it's the Courte de Sargenay. I can't say that. But anyways, this next sector is 4.2 kilometers long, 4.2 kilometers in average, and then we've got 3 kilometers in total. This could be quite spicy. This could be where we see Tadej Pogacar potentially put in a stinging attack just to put his team or the other rivals under a bit of pressure here. See Visma Lease Bike, see Remco Evenepoel and Moscon just be a bit worried about that. But yeah, everything can happen in today's stage. Thank you, of course, for joining. 1,500 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Get involved in the chat. We're a very friendly bunch. And we're all committed. Well, we're all cycling fans. That's why we're united here. And if you're new here to the Cycling Dane, why not subscribe? 81.4 kilometers. We got a message through as well. But apologies, I just missed it. Derek G, I'm sure our Canadian friends will be very happy about that as well. Ooh, is it going to be Derek G's day? Is it going to be Tom Pidcock's day? Is it going to be Ben Healy's day? But Arnaud Delis, it's not looking like it's going to be the Belgian national champion's day. The man that finished third yesterday, I believe, desperately wants a stage win. I think he's made it back. Arnaud Delis making it back here at the back end of the yellow jersey group here. So a big fight to get back. But the young man, he certainly is having a brutal stage here, trying to get towards the front as well. But that yellow jersey group just increased by about 3 men here. Romain Bardet in this group. Plenty of Arkea B&B hotel riders. Intermarché very strong as well. Alison asking as well, Mathieu van der Poel in there? Yes, Mathieu van der Poel is certainly in there. The 2021 Strade Bianche champion. He finds himself in a great group. What can he do here? What can he do in this year's stage? Oh, we are going to wait and see. Wait and see what's going to happen in today's stage. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Iceland's in the house as well. Great to have Iceland in the house. Anything can happen in today's stage. 80.4 kilometers. 1 minute and 6 seconds. 1 minute and 6 seconds right now. 1 minute and 7 seconds. 1 minute and 7 seconds. But are we going to get a stage win from this front group? 1 minute and 7 seconds seems like not a lot on this kind of stage. But if the GC groups are just going to be looking at each other. We got Uganda in the house as well. Belize in the house. Iceland in the house. So plenty of flags to see. So great to see. But 10 kilometers to go, I think, until we have the sector. Let me just get that right. No, it is the gravel sector. Here we go. 3-star sector, 4.2 kilometers. So we're on the next gravel sector here. So the next gravel sector, the breakaway have ventured onto. And this could be one where we potentially see the riders just be strung out in both the front group and in the breakaway group as well. This could be a quite worrying time. They're about, are we going to see the break potentially getting caught out on this 4.2 kilometer sector? Arnaud Delis certainly struggling, but he is back in that group. David Gaudu, has he made his way back here? But Visma Lease Bike, they want to put UAE Team Emirates under pressure here. It's really a battle from the teams here. Oh, this is the gravel challenge for the ages potentially. They're coming towards that gravel sector now, that yellow jersey group. 56 seconds down on that front group here. What are they going to do? Visma Lease Bike opening it up here. Visma Lease Bike putting the pressure on. Are we going to see Visma Lease Bike really gaining momentum here on the UAE Team Emirates boys here? 54 seconds, 54 seconds, 53 seconds, 3.9 kilometers still to go here for the breakaway riders of this sector. Visma Lease Bike pushing on here. UAE Team Emirates almost exposed here. Only Tadej Pogacar with one of his teammates towards the front here. But Visma Lease Bike, they've got 4 riders at the front here. Where is Roglic? No, 5 riders. Of course, they've got the European champion as well, Laporte, and they're starting to string out this gap now. Stringing out this gap. So, what's going to happen now? Arnaud Delis, unfortunately, he is he's victim once again here, doing his best. But unfortunately, he's just gone out the back here. Visma Lease Bike pushing the pressure on now. Wout van Aert, the 2020 Strade Bianche champion. He knows how to win on the ride the gravel sectors. The former 4-time cyclocross world champion here, pushing on the pressure for Jonas Vingegaard to try and put some of the other teams in problems here. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe grimaces all over the faces of that team. But right now, 79 kilometers still to go here. And UAE Team Emirates just getting grinded down by Wout van Aert here. Oh, James wanting us to do a poll about Mathieu van der Poel. Sure, we'll do that. Mathieu van der Poel, of course, our favourite here on the channel. But right now, 3.2 kilometers to go here. Where is Mathieu van der Poel? That's a good question. I haven't seen him for quite a bit of time. But yeah, 42 seconds. 42 seconds. A grimace from Wout van Aert, putting other teams into hurt as well. But we still have a breakaway up the road. Remember, 10 riders up in the breakaway. Pidcock is up there. Stuyven is up there. Healy's up there. Van Heels is up there. Derek G. Alex Zingler. Alex Aramburu. Romo. Lodzenko and Turgis. But right now in the peloton group, it is Wout van Aert absolutely stringing out this yellow jersey group. The man from... I can remember how to spell it, but I can't remember how to say it. Hammond? He's putting everyone under pressure here. The Belgian superstar riding for Jonas Vingegaard. Sometimes say that he's a bit selfish, but right now he's certainly in that team role for Jonas Vingegaard. Can they put Tadej Pogacar into some sort of bother? Can they put Roglic into a bit of bother as well? That remains to be seen. All these riders are absolutely on the limit here. This is an amazing stage that we're seeing in front of our very eyes. Great to have so many people around the world. Let us know where you're watching from. Vietnam in the house as well. Shana heading home to listen from the airport. But right now, in our poll, many of you believe it could be a one for Biniam Gamay. 62% of you, 38% of you are saying no. 2.5 kilometers to go here. 2.5 kilometers to go. I believe 1:08.2, one of the DSM Firmenich boys getting spat here. But Visma Lease Bike with Wout van Aert drilling the pace now. He's taken out 20 seconds. 27 seconds has been reclaimed from that breakaway out in front. 27 seconds here. Everything can happen on today's stage, and Wout van Aert looking to make sure to grind down this GC field. Are we going to see potentially a stage win from Visma Lease Bike? Laporte could be a danger man, but the breakaway out in front being just hurt here by Derek G. Derek G doing his best. Derek G doing his best here to increase the pace here. He's probably the better on these inclines in that pace, in that group. Tom Pidcock in there as well, following every single pedal stroke by Derek G. Tom Pidcock, many people's favorite for the stage today. We talked about it in the preview. But who's going to be able to do something here? 1.8 kilometers to go. 1.8 kilometers. And you can see the peloton and you can see the breakaway on the same screen now. on the helicopter shot, but right now towards the front here, 33 seconds, 32 seconds. Remco Evenepoel, he decides to put in a phenomenal attack here, trying to put the other rivals under some pressure here. Laporte is trying to do his best here to mark that gap here. Visma Leasebike in trouble. Remco Evenepoel is hitting out here. Remco Evenepoel trying to catch the other people under surprise, catch them out. What is it they say? The best form of attack, the best form of defense is attack. I messed that up a bit, but Visma Leasebike with Tadej Pogacar isolated. Mathieu van der Poel is in that group as well. So Remco Evenepoel is trying to chase down that breakaway right now. Remco Evenepoel. Oh, the time trial world champion, the second place in GC, white jersey wearer. He's the man trying to chase down the breakaway solo here. Many questions were being asked if he was good enough to ride on the gravel. As we know, he struggled in 2021 on the gravel, but that was a vastly different Remco Evenepoel. The Remco Evenepoel we see in front of our very eyes has won the world champions road race. He's won the world time trial championships as well, and won the Vuelta a España crucially as well in 2022, and crucially took a stage win in this year's Tour de France already on stage 7. But Remco Evenepoel is really throwing the cat amongst the pigeons here. The GC teams are going to be struggling here. He's second in GC here, 76.8 kilometers. That is a long way to go. That is a very long way. He's built up a gap of 11 seconds here. Tadej Pogacar, he tries to respond solo here. Is he going to put Jonas Vingegaard under some sort of pressure? Jonas is trying to hang on his wheel. There is a gap again between Jonas and Tadej. Tadej and Jonas, phenomenal riding here. This is what we want to see. 76.5 kilometers away from the finish on a gravel stage. We're seeing Tadej Pogacar, Remco Evenepoel and Jonas Vingegaard trying to ride out. The GC is being fought out in front of our very eyes here. This is remarkable riding. Jonas has caught Tadej Pogacar on the gravel. These two men have rarely been separated on the road, and today we see them etch another terrain into their great rivalry chapter, and it is on gravel that they're going to be fighting it out here for that yellow jersey, the biggest honor in cycling. And Tadej Pogacar has that yellow jersey. Are we going to see the three biggest men on the GC fighting it out here on the road? That remains to be seen on the white roads of Troyes. This is phenomenal by the riders. Absolutely chapeau, and great to have 1,800 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Tadej Pogacar? Is it going to be Jonas Vingegaard? Or is it going to be the breakaway? They've reduced the gap to the breakaway down to 12 seconds. This is alarm bells for Tom Pidcock. Alarm bells for Ben Healy. All these guys were thinking that this was going to be their stage from the breakaway. But these GC boys, they love the uphills. But now they're going to make the gravel stage their terrain as well. Wow, this is incredible stuff we're seeing here at the Tour de France. 11 seconds is the gap between this trio of GC riders at the front. But crucially, no Roglic. No Roglic in here. Remco Evenepoel is saying, come on boys, let's work together. Are we going to see the top three favourites for this year's Tour de France work together on the gravel roads here around Troyes? Or are they going to be brought back by the remainder of the breakaway or the peloton, the favourites group? It's no longer a yellow jersey group because the yellow jersey group is up the road. 75.7 kilometres still to go here. The yellow jersey trio here with the white jersey, with the two-time Tour de France champion of Jonas Vingegaard. They are trying to close the gap now. They are trying to close the gap to that breakaway, and that's starkly going to change the racing situation. Is the breakaway going to be working with this Super Galactico group? Oh, this is absolutely ripping up the script. The script is being ripped up in front of our very eyes. This is not what we thought was going to happen. We were thinking copy-paste from what we had in the Giro d'Italia, but that's certainly not happening in front of our very eyes. Remco Evenepoel, the man from Belgium, the superstar from Belgium. Tadej Pogacar, the superstar from Slovenia, and Jonas Vingegaard, the superstar from Denmark. The two biggest riders from their countries are fighting it out on the road here. Tadej Pogacar, he accepts the pull here. He's doing his best to pull here. Jonas Vingegaard, what can he do here? He's just going to try and survive here. The grimace on Jonas's face. I think, did he just say no? Tadej Pogacar, Remco Evenepoel, they're working together here. If I was Jonas, I would say, no guys. I'm third in GC. I am the one on the back foot here. You guys work. I'm doing nada. 74.6 kilometers to go here. They're catching the break now. They are catching the break. Wow. This is incredible riding. The breakaway. Didn't think this was going to be happening. This wasn't on the bingo card at the start of the predictions bingo card that we had at the beginning of the day. But right now, Tadej Pogacar, Remco Evenepoel, and Jonas Vingegaard find themselves in that front group here. Ooh, this is remarkable stuff here. Joe Blogs in the house as well. Let's hope that's your real name. Saying go Healy. And yeah, many of you saying no for a Mathieu van der Poel victory. 51% of you. A lot of these polls very close as well. Almost 2,000 people in the poll. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well. And yeah, right now we find the yellow jersey group is out in that breakaway in front. They're gaining time on Tadej Pogacar right now if we were to stop the GC count. But Remco Evenepoel is determined to not get caught. He is driving the pace in this breakaway group now. The breakaway group, this is a surreal moment for them. You've got the top 3 guys in GC in front of your very eyes here, and they're doing the work. Wow. None of these guys, of course, have anyone up here on their team, which would have been a great asset, but no Soudal Quickstep rider, no UAE rider, no Visma Lease bike rider. But they built the gap up to 30 seconds now. 30 seconds, it was hovering around 23. But it's all the chase now is on Ineos Grenadiers and Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. Of course, Carlos Rodriguez losing out and Primoz Roglic. These two teams of Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe and Ineos Grenadiers, they need to take up the mantle to try and bring back these 3 top guns of the race. Are they going to be able to do that? Have they got enough firepower? It's crazy how far out this is. 72.6 kilometers. That is the gap here. That is an incredibly big gap here. We wait to see what's going to happen. Great to have Angola in the house as well. Plenty of you around the world. Appreciate you all lending your ear to me here on stage 7 or stage 9 of this year's Tour de France. 3-2-3. But now the breakaway, I think they're getting a bit restless now. They know that the other GC teams are going to bring this back if they have the 3 top guns here. And Derek G is trying to hit out here. Derek G doing his best here. Derek G doing his best to try to stay up the front here. 51% of you believe Mathieu van der Poel is not going to be winning the stage. So, yeah, Mathieu van der Poel, they're looking around now in the second group now. The yellow jersey group, bit reluctant to work now. They know that maybe this was too far out. Maybe this was too heavy out. We're seeing the breakaway riders just trying to get away from Remco Evenepoel, get away from Jonas Vingegaard, get away from Tadej Pogacar. They're doing their best to just stay in contention. But yeah, bit of an exciting move there. So yeah, they've conceded. I think the breakaway they persuaded the 3 juggernauts of the GC to just let up. Guys, let us have our moment. You're in the yellow jersey. You're in the white jersey. You won 2 Tour de France's. Can we just have our moment? So I wonder who just told them to disappear from the break. So yeah, everything's still to go here. 19 seconds. The breakaway have already built up on these guys. So they're going to sink back towards that GC group that we had. But a bit of excitement here from the 3 guys. And you love to see it. 70.9 kilometers still to go. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are burning a lot of matches to get these guys back. Of course, UAE Team Emirates, Soudal Quickstep, and Visma Lease bike in that group, they will be just chilling as well. So they will have just been able to just take it a bit easier. They didn't have to do the chase or anything. But this could be quite good for the breakaway. Now this group might just take it easier because of this. But yeah. The top 3 guys thrown out of the breakaway, told off for trying to steal their moment, and that was quite exciting there. But yeah, you don't really see that too often, the top 3 guys on the GC going up the road. But of course, we're at 1,600 people in the chat. We're missing about 360 people to subscribe to our little brother channel, the Cycling Day in Action channel. Plenty of you have already subscribed, and I really would appreciate if we can get to 1,000. We've got a very special rest day video coming out tomorrow, so look out for that. We've also got a rest day on the Cycling Day in Extra channel. Rest day videos all over the place on the free channels. But Groupama FDJ, one of their riders being brought back here. Who's this? I can't quite recognize him from the front. But yeah, 40 seconds now the yellow jersey group has on this front group. UAE Team Emirates are taking charge of the pace out in front. This group is going to be expanding as well. We've got 69.8 kilometers still to go here of the stage. Everything can still happen, as we saw. Who had the yellow jersey group and the white jersey and the two-time Tour de France champion attacking on their prediction bingo card today? Not me, that's for sure. But Jonas Vingegaard, he's still got Matteo Jorgensen, he's still got Laporte, and he's got one on the right as well. Is that Kelderman? But Tadej Pogacar, he's got Tim Wellington there. He's got Joao Almeida, the friend of the channel. But 21 seconds here. 21 seconds here. Binyam Gamay getting in contention here as well. Wout van Aert was spat, and he's back here as well. So plenty of riders who were just going out the back courtesy of that bit of acceleration. They are making their way back into this group here. Wow, this has already been an incredible stage of this year's Tour de France. I would say the best one. 69.4 kilometers. 49 seconds down to that Tadej Pogacar yellow jersey group here. They're taking it a bit easy. They've kicked off the pace a bit. But we have got a gravel sector coming up very shortly as well. Who's going to be able to do something here? Are we going to see that yo-yo effect? Are we going to see a snap soon? But the next sector is a 1-star sector, I believe. The Plateau de la Côte des Bas, 2.2 kilometers long. Tom Pidcock here, he was of course thinking about his chances here. Jasper Stuyven, Healy, Derek G, Alexei Lutsenko, they're the men at the front here. They've got a bit of a gap here to that second group on the road that has Maxim Van Heels, Alex Zingler, the Movistar duo of Alex Aramburu and Javier Romo. And then we got Anthony Turgis. So there is a split from that original breakaway that we had before the GC boys joined it. So are these 5 men in front with Pidcock, Stuyven, Healy, Derek G and Lutsenko, are they going to be working together here with 86.8 kilometers to try and stop that second group get back together? But the card that second group have over the first group is that they have 2 Movistar riders. Who knows? But maybe it's a better decision to just sit up a bit and let that second group really just burn their matches. So by the time they come back, they will have absolutely lost everything that they have in terms of energy. But yeah, we'll wait and see. All still to play for in today's stage in terms of stage win. No idea if it's going to go to the yellow jersey group or if it's going to go to this breakaway out in front. The breakaway group out in front really are going to try and do their best here to stay out in front for as long as possible and duke it out for the stage win. Oof. We're getting Henrik Sørensen is saying as well, until the high mountains, then Remco Evenepoel is gone. Oof, a damning prediction there for any Belgian fans and Remco Evenepoel fans here. But great to have so many people here in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. Let us know who you think is going to win. Right now, 47% of you believe Mathieu van der Poel is our winner. Is that going to be the case by the end of it? Who knows? But there is a sizable gap right now with 67.5 kilometers between that front 5 group and that chasing group. But the wind is kicking up here. The flags are sailing, they're dancing in the wind, and this could be a bit of a worry here for some of the teams. Binyam Gamay has made his way back. He's there with his old foe of Mathieu van der Poel. Gravel's coming up shortly as well, so a lot of things can happen here. The gravel's kicking up in the horizon there. The motorbikes, of course, they're the first ones to kick up the gravel, and that's really dusty roads. And yeah, the riders really, really worrying that you can't see where you're going because of the motorbike dust that's kicked up. But this is Sector 9, 2.2 kilometers long, as we said, a 1-star sector. And the second group, that second chasing group, 18 seconds down. 18 seconds down on that front 5-man group. 1 minute and 5 seconds now. The polka dot jersey of Jonas Abrahamsen finds himself 40 seconds down on the yellow jersey group here. So, yeah, everything could happen on today's stage still. There's plenty of scenarios that could play out on the roads here of Troyes. And, yeah, we're all here. We're all here for it because what an exciting stage of today's Tour de France we've seen, to say the least. But everything to play for here. 17, 18 seconds, 1 minute and 5 seconds is the gap for the yellow jersey group to make up on the breakaway, if they are going to make up. We've got a wind coming from, well, this side, what we'd say the 3 o'clock side for the riders. So a side wind, and that could catch them out a bit. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, the dust is kicking up. None of the big favorites have been caught out here, but yeah, everything to play for now. Everything to play for in terms of the stage honors, in terms of the GC as well. We've seen Roglic, he was struggling a bit earlier on the gravel sectors, but another gravel sector, a 1-star sector. So it's not the hardest sector that we've seen, but the white roads of Troyes. If you love Strade Bianche, this stage is certainly one that you would have been excited for as well. It was a bit disappointing, the gravel sector, you would say, or the gravel stage in the Giro d'Italia, but right now it's looking crazy here in terms of what's going on. We can see the riders disappearing into the gravel sectors here, into the dust, and yeah, the yellow jersey group sitting very good here, being controlled by Laporte, the European champion. He's doing his best job to keep Jonas Vingegaard safe and keeping the pressure on as well. Are we going to see Visma Lease bike winning the stage today? Is Jonas Vingegaard going to be able to do something here? And Wout van Aert moving up towards the front here. He wants to increase the tempo a bit. Wout van Aert, such a great rider, such an incredible helper for Jonas Vingegaard in so many Tour de France's already. And this is another one to add to his teammate palmares for Jonas. But great to have 2,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Is this going to be a day for the GC boys? Is it going to be a day for the breakaway riders? And yeah, this is going to be an exciting stage. Who's going to win the stage? Let's try and break down our prediction a bit more. Who will win today? So who will win today? I'm going to put some names of the breakaway in here. Tom Pidcock, Healy, Stuyven, and then we can put other. So other includes the breakaway, obviously. So no, the yellow jersey group here. So yeah, great to have Rwanda in the house as well, joining from Kigali, I suppose. But right now, everything can happen on today's stage. The breakaway still split in two, so they've not joined back together. We still have 5 riders up towards the front here. 5 riders towards the front, and who's going to be winning this stage? Is it going to be the break? Is it going to be from the yellow jersey group? The yellow jersey firmly putting on a big pace here, a big pace to try and keep the pressure on the rivals. Some of the weaker gravel teams, the GC teams, are certainly trying to put their rivals into a bit of bother here. And why wouldn't you? It's a war. The Tour de France is not handed on a plate for you. You have to win it. You have to seize it. Power is not earned, it's seized. And that is the same way for the Tour de France. A great metaphor for power here. Alberto Beccio, I don't think he's going to be featuring towards the pointy end here, unfortunately. But yeah, it's all still to play for in this stage. Are we going to see the likes of Jonas Vingegaard losing time? You think so. Is Roglic going to be losing time? Is Remco Evenepoel going to put in another stinging attack here? The world time trial champion, the former Vuelta a España winner, the debutant of the Tour de France, the winner on stage 7 in the time trial. But Bettiol, his day, I think, is over. He's not going to be featuring towards the pointy end here. The national champion for Italy. This is an incredible stage. Incredible already. We've already seen a lot of action in front of our very eyes here. And yeah, still has 63 kilometers to go here. 63 kilometers to go. Absolutely remarkable here. The breakaway looks like it's going to be sewn back together. No, the second group is being split more here. So they've carved the second group. We carved this the group into 5-5. Now it's 5 in front and it's 2 and 3. So that second group carving itself out here a bit. UAE Team Emirates putting on a hurt locker of a pace here. And they're putting some of the domestiques of the other teams in a bit of trouble here. UAE Team Emirates using their might here to put some of the other teams in some trouble here. Felix Gall, last year's winner of the Henri de Grange Prize and the Col de la Loze stage. He's finding it hard here. He's dropping out the back. So Decathlon AG2R, they are certainly in a bit of bother here. This is not what they wanted to see. This is alarm bells. Alarm bells for them. Oh, this is worrying times for them. Oh, what is going to happen? Are we going to see a Strade Bianche champion, Tom Pidcock, taking the stage win? Are we going to see Maxim Van Heels potentially being up there again? He was on the podium this year. Tadej Pogacar, of course, winning the stage. But is it going to be another win for the Slovenian Maestro on gravel road here. UAE Team Emirates doing a great bit of teamwork here to keeping the distance to around 1 minute to the breakaway. Are we going to see him attack closer to this finish? We have got our next gravel sector coming up as well. We've got more gravel. It's not over, guys. It's certainly not over. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gravel sectors. 8 gravel sectors left here. Sneaky. Sudal Quickstep just reminding Remco Evenepoel that Jonas is still on the bike of Jan Tratnik. So Jan Tratnik's bike is currently being ridden by Jonas Vingegaard. So yeah, that is a very, very good piece of information just to remind Remco Evenepoel of. Remember that your rival for a podium, for a second place, for whatever, for the win, even if that could still be the case. He is on a disadvantaged bike, but if this Melissa bike were clever enough, they would have said, Jan Tratnik, you are riding a spare bike for Jonas Vingegaard. We see that a lot in these Grand Tours, and of course, this Melissa bike, having done a lot of Grand Tours already in their long history of their team, certainly will be doing that tactic. You would think. But Felix Gall struggling, and looks like he might just be joining. 199 kilometers was the stage in total. Only 60.8 kilometers left here, and we're seeing UAE Team Emirates with Laporte on their side here, doing their best to just keep the pressure on here. 1 minute and 4 seconds here. 1 minute and 4 seconds is the gap now, so it's increased a few more seconds here. 7 seconds at the front as well. And great to have William joining from France. Plenty of you around the world. Trinidad and Tobago as well. Port of Spain, I think that's the one. But yeah, right now 60.4 kilometers is what separates the breakaway from potentially a legendary stage win. Is it going to be Pidcock? Is it going to be Maxim van Heels? Or it could even be Mathieu van der Poel. But you guys in the comments believe it's not going to be one for the 3 riders in the breakaway. 31% of you going for a Pidcock win. The Prince of Yorkshire certainly would love to take the victory, but can he do it? Can he finish it off? Ineos Grenadiers not tasting any success this year in the Tour de France, but they certainly could do something here if they do it. What did that mean? They could certainly do it today and would be very happy about that. A number of teams having tasted wins this year already in the Tour de France. UAE Team Emirates, Intermarché having 2 stage wins. Jayco Ayula with Dylan Groenewegen. We've had Astana Kazakhstan win. We have Arkea B&B Hotels win as well. We've had DSM win as well. So plenty of wins going around. And yeah, the Sudal Quickstep one was incredible. That time trial from Remco Evenepoel and maybe Sudal Quickstep. The transformation that they've made as a team, going from a classics team to a GC team here, is an absolutely remarkable change of team that we've seen. I can't remember any team who's done that kind of transition in that space of time. Remco Evenepoel joining the team as an 18-year-old. Of course, after having won the World Championships in not just the road race in the juniors ranks in the World Championships, but also the time trial in Innsbruck. Absolutely formidable time by him. 58 kilometers still go here. 58 kilometers. Alex Aramburu and his teammate, they're trying to get back here to that front group. 7 seconds here, but they've got Anthony Turgis as well to try and drag up here. The group out in front, will they welcome this trio to come in and potentially just get more turns here? 5 riders up towards the front. We're getting Derek G working, Ben Healy, Alexei Lutsenko, and Tom Pidcock. Israel Premier Tech, of course, haven't tasted success in this year's Tour de France. So Derek G would love to be the man who ends that drought here. Ben Healy as well. EF Education Easy Post hasn't won a stage yet, but they did wear the yellow jersey for one day with Richard Carapaz. They come over the 8th sector now, sector 8. So we've got 7 more sectors after this. 3.9 kilometers, 3.9 kilometers, a 3-starred sector. 3-starred sector here. This could be worrying times for the not only this group, but also the GC group, because we've seen movement. Oh, riders getting caught out by the uneven terrain here in the breakaway group here. So, yeah, are we going to see Tom Pidcock attack here? 1 minute and 14 seconds is the gap down to the GC now. This is getting interesting. Maxim Van Heel's at the back here, but Tom Pidcock looking so solid. The world mountain bike champion, Olympic mountain bike champion, former cyclocross world champion as well. Looking very comfortable here. Winning Strade Bianche in 2023, winning Amstel Gold in 2024, and Jasper Stuyven, the former Omloop Newsblad champion, Milan-San Remo champion as well. But 1 minute and 12 seconds here for the yellow jersey group to make up. And we're seeing Visma Lease Bike moving towards the front here. They want to be the first team into the GC, well, into this next sector here. Sector 8. Then we have Sector 7. And then you see what I mean. We've got 7 sectors after this sector. But this is a big one. 3.9 kilometers at 3 stars. 3-star ranking. That is a mighty, mighty ranking. To be challenging here. But great to have so many people here. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think is going to win. But Wout van Aert moving towards the front here. Is he just going to take control here? UAE Team Emirates and Visma Lease Bike have been fighting at the front here to try and do their best. Oh, Remco Evenepoel. Remco Evenepoel is struggling here. Remco Evenepoel, mechanical. Slip of a chain potentially, but Remco Evenepoel losing distance here. We said it. One of the big GC guys could definitely get caught out here. Remco Evenepoel losing distance now. Remco Evenepoel is in the wrong position now. He's struggling. We only just came into this sector, and Remco Evenepoel is in trouble now. He's going to have to look for Gianni Moscon, for Mika Landa, anyone. Any wheel he can get here. Says he's about 40 meters behind now. No, more. 150 meters. Roglic even losing time here. This is bad. This is bad for Remco. The man who was on the offensive shortly. He's in trouble. Wout van Aert just doing his best to keeping a good tempo at the front here. But he will be very happy to hear his countryman and former teammate in the Belgian national team caught out here. So Remco Evenepoel is caught out. 2.4 kilometers to go here. 2.4 kilometers. Visma Lease Bike, the white jersey is in trouble here. The white jersey is in trouble here on the gravel roads. Tadej Pogacar looks smooth as ever. But Remco Evenepoel has about 100 meters of a deficit here. He needs to hurry up here. Not panic. He needs to go. And his team were trying to, take advantage of Jonas Vingegaard not being on his bike after having that bike change. But Remco Evenepoel doing his best here to try and close the gap here. Enric Mas on his wheel. Felix Gall on his wheel as well. But he can see the yellow jersey group here. So he's going to make his way back. But this is bullets he didn't want to spend. But unfortunately he had to. That was an interesting one to say the least. That. Wow. 55.9 kilometers still to go here. Welcome to everyone. If you're joining for the first time here on the Cycling Day, we're doing streams every single day of the Tour de France. Not tomorrow because it's the rest day. But we got a lot of interesting stuff on the various channels. The Cycling Day in Extra, the Cycling Day in Action. So look out for that on the rest day. But right now, Wout van Aert is pushing on here. The Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe helmet wearer, or not Bora Hansgrohe, Red Bull helmet wearer is wheeling in his countryman of Maxim Van Heels. Maxim Van Heels, who finished 3rd in Strade Bianche this year, just didn't have it to stay away here. 1 minute and 6 seconds for the yellow jersey group to this peloton group with the yellow jersey, with Jonas Vingegaard and with Remco Evenepoel, who just fell back a bit. No, Remco Evenepoel is still not back. Remco Evenepoel is trying to close this gap. This gap seems almighty, but I think Remco Evenepoel, he is going to be bringing this back here, and Visma Lease Bike will be aware of that message that Soudal Quickstep said, try and take advantage of what was happening to Jonas Vingegaard. So, are we going to see Soudal Quickstep and Visma Lease Bike just trying to hurt each other a bit more here on the white roads of Troyes, around Troyes? But right now, the Tour de France, 55 kilometers to go. We are a bit skeptical about this stage. Was it enough gravel to produce excitement? Were the GC riders just going to be looking at each other? Was anyone going to be able to do something here? But Felix Gall towards the back here. Enric Mas towards the back. David Gaudu? Is that David Gaudu? Number 91 for Groupama FDJ? If it is, it has been a great ride by him. Number 91, David Gaudu. Let's just get a confirmation. Is that the former 4th place finisher? It is David Gaudu. Wow. Of course, we've got Carapaz in no man's land. We also have Simon Yates completely out of the GC picture. And Simon Yates really should go for breakaway stages and potentially try and get that polka dot jersey if he can. Already having won the white jersey in the past, maybe he can just add another jersey to his collection, his wardrobe. But Remco Evenepoel is inside. Mikael Landa around him. Maybe they're thinking Remco Evenepoel, a time trial monster. He'll be fine to just get back by himself. But right now, 1 minute. 1 minute is the gap here. Oh, mechanical for a Cofidis rider, Alex Singler. Alex Singler is out the back. He's not going to be seeing the front end of the race. He was up there towards the front with the breakaway. But yeah, right now it's looking like his competitive day is over. Eight riders towards the front here. 8 riders towards the front. And they have a lead of 58 seconds here. The breakaway doing very, very well to stay out towards the front. They had some brief guests of Remco Evenepoel, of Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard. But right now, Alexei Lutsenko, the pride of Kazakhstan, he's putting the hurt on the other riders in this breakaway. They're feeling it. Movistar have 2 riders, but he's trying to make it 0. Ooh, Alexei Tojis, he's hurting. Tom Pidcock is hurting. And Sturven just counters. That move there. So Jasper Sturven, disappointed with no Mads Pedersen in this race as well. But the Belgian, he's trying to get up the road alone here. So the former winner of the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, Milan Sanremo, principally the lead-out man for Mads Pedersen in this year's Tour de France, is trying to get up the road. And maybe he can grab some solo glory. But Jasper Sturven, I think it's going to be a tall order for him to stay away here. Laporte opening up for the accelerator, the afterburners here. Laporte, such a supreme domestique here for Jonas Vingegaard for Visma Lease Bike. This is incredible. This is great. Remco Evenepoel struggling towards the back end here. Remco's in problems. Bini's in problems. Remco and Bini there side by side almost. Landa is trying to stay in touch with Remco here, but Macho Vanderpoel, he's sitting on the wheel of an Ineos Grenadiers rider. Tadej Pogacar is isolated in the front end of the peloton. He's sitting on the Visma Lease bike train here. 53.2 kilometers to go. 53.2 kilometers. That's all that remains of the gravel stage in the Tour de France. The gravel has certainly put its mark of this year's Tour de France. It's just shown gravel is very, very brutal. Very, very brutal. But right now, 22.9 kilometers. 55 seconds. 56 seconds. Wout van Aert is dropping back, but he's done a huge effort for them. A huge effort. But Biniam Girmay losing touch here. The green jersey wearer. Where is he? That bit of acceleration there in pace. Oh, Bini. Is he holding on here? But we're seeing Wout van Aert towards the back here. We're seeing Felix Gal is out the back as well. Oh, I'm not sure if we're going to see Wout van Aert again. We got 88 as well. Was that Vlasov? He's struggling here as well. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, they're certainly losing a lot of power here. Alexei Lutsenko at the front here. They brought back Jasper Stuyven. Jasper Stuyven, that bit of a move there, just showing who is the strongest riders. And everything to play for here. Who's going to take the stage win? Is it going to be coming from the front? Is it going to be coming from the yellow jersey group? 58 seconds here. 58 seconds. What is going to happen in terms of the stage today? That remains to be seen. Are we going to get the win from the front breakaway group? Will it be the front breakaway group, or will it be the second group, the yellow jersey group? Plenty of strong riders in there. We've got 480 likes, doing fairly well, but can we do better? 800 and something is our record of this year's Tour de France. So smash that like button if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you a single penny. And another thing that doesn't cost you anything is entering our Tour de France competition. It's available on the Cycling Dane Action channel, our little brother channel, our third channel. So why not hit the link in the chat and subscribe to the channel? We would really appreciate it. Help us get to 1,000 on that channel. But right now, at the front end of the peloton, it is Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert, we saw him momentarily being at the back, but he's at the front. Teleporter. He just teleported to the front end here. Biniam Girmay, I think he might just be in this. They've just lowered the tempo a bit here. That bit of a sting that we had before. And Christophe Laporte riding second wheel here. Jonas Vingegaard riding third wheel. Matteo Jorgensen fourth wheel. Then we've got Remco Evenepoel towards the front here with Mikael Landa, his only rider here. I think Moscon has been dropped. Landa doing a great ride here, to be honest. But where is Roglic? That is the question. Where is Roglic? No news is good news, as you say in cycling. We haven't seen a Roglic group being marked up. But, yeah. Is it going to happen? Is Roglic going to lose time today? 50 kilometers still to go here. 50 kilometers to go. That remains to be seen if anyone's going to lose time in that GC group. Absolutely incredible to have so many of you around the world. Let us know who you think is going to win. Let us know who you're supporting. And are we potentially going to be seeing the GC bunch? Oh, crash. Oh, crash. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. And is that Primož Roglic? Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rider crashing. And is that Roglic? Who was that? That was a terrible crash here. Who was that? It was Vlasov. Vlasov crashing. The Russian crashing. Number 88. The 88 is certainly not very lucky for him. We know in Chinese culture, 8 is supposed to be very lucky. He's got 8 and 8. But Vlasov, a big crash there. Vlasov. Oh, that was not good there. And it's very dangerous as well. Riders coming very fast. So even letting him in there, that was very, very bad there. That was a bad crash there by Vlasov. Of course, one of the key riders for Primož Roglic. And that is going to be very nervous times for the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe team. Very nervous there. Oh my goodness. A big crash that from Vlasov. Still got it back on his bike there. So good by him. But nervous times at the front now. 49.4 kilometers, 1 minute and 12 seconds here for the breakaway group to that second group, the lead group on the road. So are they going to be closing this gap? 49 kilometers to go. We've got our next sector coming up shortly as well. We've got plenty of sectors on the road. Remember that front group whittled down to 8 riders here. Tom Pidcock, Jasper Stuyven, Ben Healy, Derek G, Alex Aramburu, Javier Romo, Alexei Lutsenko, and Anthony Turgis. Those are your 8 riders up in front. But that crash from Vlasov was absolutely scary. And I think Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are going to be very worried now. I'm not sure how many riders Roglic has. I think I can see Roglic in the bunch now. He looks very isolated. Oh, Mathieu van der Poel. Benny's out towards the back as well. Benny's out towards the back. Towards the back of the green jersey, of the yellow jersey group. So Benny is towards the back end of this favorites group here. So can the green jersey just sit in there and then pounce in the last few moments? That remains to be seen. But Lidl Trek have a number of riders in this peloton as well. This very small, truncated peloton. And 1 minute and 16 seconds here. 1 minute and 16 seconds. Vlasov. Wow, what a crash that was. That was absolutely heart-wrenching for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. Any Roglic fans could have thought that was Roglic. But yeah, Vlasov. That was worrying times. Worrying times for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe outright. Are they going to be able to challenge the podium this year? The win for the Tour de France seems like a stretch, but it isn't over until we're in Nice. So anything can happen. Anything can happen from here until Nice. But 48 kilometers to go. Vlasov's back on the bike here. He says he's all right. So, yeah, a strong man here, Vlasov. Yeah, 1 minute and 17 seconds, 1 minute and 18 seconds. And who's going to take the stage win? That is the big question. Is it going to be the breakaway? Is it going to be from the favorites group? That is the question now. We'll ask that in the poll. Who will win the stage? Is it going to be the breakaway? Or is it going to be the peloton? That is the question that we're asking ourselves right now. And which one do you think? But right now, it's Melissa Bike UAE Team Emirates. They have got the front. We've got Juan Ayuso towards the front. We've got Rui Costa in here as well. The Portuguese EF Education Easy Post rider. Former UAE rider, of course, in the past. Former Intermarché rider. Oof, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are going to be breathing a sigh of relief after that. That Vlasov's okay. But the next sector now, 2.2 kilometer sector, and it's Alexander Vlasov. No, not Vlasov. Alexei Lutsenko, the other A. He's trying to just keep the pressure on here in this group. 1 minute and 13 seconds now. Oh, is he going to be the stage winner? He can taste success here. He would love to win the stage, but there are a number of other riders here who could be in his way. Alex Aramburu, a very fast man. You want to get rid of him. Sturman, very fast as well in a sprint. We got Tom Pidcock fast as well. Derek G. He's not the fastest man in the sprint, so he's got to think of what strategy he can employ to get rid of the other riders. But Alexei Lutsenko has the same strategy problem as well. He can't be there with any of the fast men, including Tom Pidcock. Remember, Pidcock won the Alps Amstel Gold from a sprint. But right now, Alexei Lutsenko doing his best to be up there for Astana, Kazakhstan. The pride and joy of Kazakhstan. If he wins this stage, Kazakhstan is going to go ballistic. He's won a stage before in 2020, but can he add a second Tour de France stage to his palmarès? Right now, we're seeing the peloton joining this sector as well. Is anyone going to be caught out? Binyam Girmay finding himself towards the back end here, isolated. Mathieu van der Poel seems isolated as well. Wout van Aert, what an effort he's doing. Forever going here. And yeah, wow. Wout van Aert just pushing the pressure on here. Joao Almeida riding very well as well. Israel Premier Tech have numbers in here. Jide Hindley, I think, is up here as well. The 2022 Giro d'Italia champion. And Rui Costa, can he do something here? Bettiol up there as well. The Italian national champion. 45.8 kilometers left. There's about a kilometer left of this sector here. So we're ticking off the sectors bit by bit. And yeah, wow. This is incredible stuff, to say the least. Are we going to get a stage win from this group, or is it going to be from the breakaway? It's a very even poll here. 52 say the breakaway, 48 say up front. Binyam Girmay just losing a bit of positions there, courtesy of one of the Total's Energies riders. Oh, the green jersey. He's thinking about green jersey points here. He could potentially get a few more green jersey points. I didn't see Jesper Philipsen, so Binny could potentially get some more points here. That remains to be seen. 45.4 kilometers. That is the gap here. To the finishing line. 500 meters left. 500 meters left now for the breakaway. 1 minute and 16 seconds. Visma Lease Bike still taking charge of the yellow jersey group with Wout van Aert. Tadej Pogacar is up towards the front. So it's Remco Evenepoel, the white jersey wearer, the debutant of the Tour de France. Not the best a record against gravel, but he certainly is looking very comfortable here, Remco Evenepoel. But yeah, out towards the front here, it is Movistar. Movistar being the team with two riders. Alex Aramburu, probably the card that they think could take the stage win, the fast man here. Oh, this is incredible. But they're coming off the 7th stage here. Oh, the 7th sector now. So we've got 6 more sectors now. 6 more sectors. So 6 more sectors here. But the breakaway, just taking that corner there out, well, the first corner out of the sector a bit strangely, a bit long there. But right now, Wout van Aert pushing on the pressure, looking behind his arch rival, Mathieu van der Poel, coming up. These two sharing the ring so many times in the cyclocross arena. But yeah, Visma Lease Bike with, is that Jonas Vingegaard struggling a bit? I think he lost a few positions there. So they're going to be a bit worried here. All this terrain is very worrying now. 6 sectors left. 11.6 kilometers left in terms of gravel sectors. I don't think Binny crashed. Binny crashing? I haven't seen so. If anyone, can anyone confirm that? And please don't spread fake news, guys. But yeah, Mathieu van der Poel's up there. I can confirm Binny has not crashed. Binny has not crashed. So 44.2 kilometers to go here. 44.2 kilometers to go. Wout van Aert is coming out, guiding the peloton out of this gravel sector. 6 more to come here. 6 more to come right now. And 11 kilometers left. And yeah, Jonas Vingegaard almost caught out there. They're taking feed here from their soigneurs. This is very, very needed, this feed from the riders. They need this. This has been gladiator stuff once again. The peloton taking it quite easy right now through this section. Visma Lease bike there, UAE Team Emirates, Ineos Grenadiers, Lidl Trek as well. This is a very good effort by the riders. Very small group here, but yeah, what is going to happen? That is the question. Wout van Aert, calm before another storm here, I think. Wilco Kelderman up there as well. I think he's got a Sudal bottle of all bottles. But 43.4 kilometers to go here. 1 minute and 14 seconds is the gap up to this 8-man group here. 8-man group. But right now, Movistar are the best team in terms of numbers in that front group. Taking more gels as well. They're very, very experienced riders, as we know. But 6 more sectors, as we said. We're on 600 likes. 600 likes. Well done to every single one of you for that. But 800 is our record in this year's Tour de France. So a bit of liking to go there. But yeah, if you haven't already, I will keep saying this until we're at 1,000 subscribers. We're at 2,000 people in the chat. It doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe to our little brother, the Cycling Dane Action channel, and there's going to be some really cool stuff on the rest days, so look out for that. We only need 300 of you to hit the like button on that, so follow the link in the chat, and we will be forever grateful. I'm sure you will not regret it. Many of you have already said how much you enjoy it, and I'm sure there's going to be many enjoyable projects to come. But right now, there is a breakaway. Biniam Girmay, Wout van Aert, Mathieu van der Poel, they are moving. The big classics guns are starting to move off the front. Bini. It's happening. Biniam Girmay looks like he's just about to move off the front here with Mathieu van der Poel, his old rival in the Giro d'Italia. The two are coming up here. Rasmus Tiller. This looks like Rasmus Tiller moving off the front as well. Jaco Ayula with Michael Matthews off the front, and then the group following them contains Michael Matthews and Rasmus Tiller towards the front, then Biniam Girmay, then Mathieu van der Poel. This 4-man quartet, they're trying to get up the road, and this is going to be alarming news. Alarming news for the front 8 riders. The likes of Mathieu van der Poel and Biniam Girmay trying to make their way up, escaping the yellow jersey duel with the GC guys, and now they want to try and see if they can take a stage win. No stage win for Alpecin so far. Is Mathieu van der Poel just saying, it's time for me to hit down the gauntlet here. The man who's won Strade Bianche in the past. Oh, the GC group now looking like they're taking it a bit easier now. But we're seeing Cofidis trying to get inside that counter-attack here. Are we going to see anyone else trying to get up the road here? Absolutely remarkable duel that's happening to try and get in that second move here. Who's going to take the stage win? Is Biniam Girmay doing something here? Is Biniam Girmay going to be doing something here on today's stage? Bini. He's going all out attack. Mathieu van der Poel as well. This could be incredible. This could be a stage for the ages. This has already been the best stage of this year's Tour de France, I would say. 41.2 kilometers still remaining, and it's still been the best stage. We'll ask you that in the comments as well. 2,400 of you here joining around the world. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think's going to take the stage. I think all the Biniam Girmay fans around the world are absolutely going to be excited, dancing with passion. 1 minute and 45 seconds to the yellow jersey group from that breakaway out in front. 1 minute and 15 seconds to the Biniam Girmay and Mathieu van der Poel group. Mathieu van der Poel, Biniam Girmay, they've ridden together so many times in the Giro d'Italia. Is this going to be their extra new chapter in this rivalry between the Flying Dutchman, the world champion, and the pride of Eritrea? This could be one for the ages, this stage. The green jersey, 1 minute and 14 seconds. 1 minute and 14 seconds now. This is the big GC favorites, or the big classic riders showing themselves up towards the front here. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Are we going to see UAE Team Emirates or Visma Lease bike trying to do something here? They're 1 minute and 52 seconds here. 1 minute and 52 seconds. Biniam Girmay, Mathieu van der Poel, they're in this second group now. 1 minute and 12 seconds down. They still have a lot of time to make up on that front 8-man group. Oh, this is going to be an electric stage. Mathieu van der Poel, such a king. Not won a stage, though, since 2021. Let's just remember that. Not won a Tour de France stage since 2021. Did the 2022 Giro d'Italia. Took a stage on the very first stage there. Then decided to go to the Tour de France there as well. Felt like he wasn't completely firing on all cylinders. And then the following year, in 2023, last year, he worked selfishly for his teammate Jasper Philipsen, and they left the Tour with 4 stage wins to Jasper Philipsen and the green jersey. But that green jersey is being worn by Biniam Girmay. He has a healthy lead in that competition, and it looks like he is on the verge of extending that lead ever more. But right now, Jakob Fuglsang, a former second place finisher of Strade Bianche, and also one of my favorite riders, is in the second chase move as well. Oh, this is interesting. This is hotting up, guys. This is time to get the popcorn. We're in for a real treat here. Wow. Still 6 sectors left of this year's gravel stage of the Tour de France. But in that second group, Michael Matthews, David Gaudu is in this second group. Wait, what? Mathieu van der Poel, the world champion on the road in the cyclocross as well. Currently, Rui Costa as well. He's been very good on one-day races. The former king of the Tour de Suisse, Jakob Fuglsang, the pride and joy of Denmark. Won 2 monument stages in Ile-Lombardy and Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Can he take a Tour de France stage win? He was denied by Dan Martin in 2013. He's finished inside the top 10 in the past. Rasmus Tiller. Jakob Fuglsang, former mountain bike rider. Mathieu van der Poel, good in the mountain bike. Biniam Girmay, not a stranger to mountain biking as well. What are we saying here as well? Soudal Quickstep saying full concentration. The riders are nervous. Riders are tired. Use your brain in and out. So very tired peloton now after all that action. 38 kilometers still to go here. 38 kilometers to go. But the bunch is looking interesting here. This is a stage for the ages here. Oh, this is incredible. Wow. But is it going to be the King of Yorkshire or Prince of Yorkshire? Is he king yet? I don't know. Definitely the Prince of Yorkshire, Tom Paycock. He wants to take a stage win. Another stage win to add to his Alpe d'Huez stage from 2022. Jakob Fuglsang, is he going to take a stage win? The first Danish stage win of this year's Tour de France. Never tasted success in the Tour de France in terms of stage wins. But Mathieu van der Poel, the king, the myth, the legend, whatever you want to call him, the living legend on the road. Cycling, the cycling god. He's on the road. But Mathieu van der Poel has the Bulgarian national champion. I kid. It's the Portuguese, Rui Costa. Awful jersey, EF Education Easy Post. But are we going to see a mythical finish here into Troyes? We started in Troyes and we're going to finish in Troyes. 37.9 kilometers. This stage has definitely left a mark of this year's Tour de France. Ooh. Who's going to come out the victor of today's stage? That remains to be seen. Ben Healy's up here towards the front as well. Binny. That is what many of you are thinking. They've got a 55-second gap here to make up on that 8-man group out in front. What do you call an 8-man group? An eight-tet? No, that's not a thing. Quintet is 5, obviously. Quartet, 4. But what is 8? I'm not quite sure. Octet? Is that the thing? Mathieu van der Poel. He wants victory for his team. Alpecin de Koenig desperately wants the stage win. They had so many last year, but still haven't had one. One of them was denied by this man, Biniam Girmay, taking a stage win yesterday. A very incredible, a powerful sprint on that slightly uphill terrain. What a sprint that was. But his friend of the channel, Biniam Girmay, going to add a 3rd stage win to his Tour de France this year. We will wait and see. But right now, there's plenty of strong riders in these 2 front groups. And 36.9 kilometers. We're getting ever closer to that 6th gravel sector coming up. So look out for that. A lot of gravel sectors here still to go. This is going to be interesting. Gravel sectors at galore. Has it been a great stage? Yeah, that is our next poll. Has this been the best stage of this year's Tour de France? try and put your... I'm talking about excitement, not who's winning. But yeah, wow. 36.5 kilometers still separates us from the finishing line. Great to have 2,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think's going to win. Is it going to be Binney? Is it going to be Van der Poel? Is it going to be Rui Costa? Is it going to be Rasmus Tiller? Is it going to be Michael Matthews? There's so many riders who could be winning, or even the guys out in front. Tom Pidcock, Ben Healy, Alexei Lutsenko, Alex Aramburu, the Spanish national champion right now on the road. Everything can happen on this road already, but are we going to see more action here? Oof. Yeah, this is going to be very exciting, to say the least. Great to have Brazil in the house. Octaton, apparently. Octuplet. We're getting... what we think 8, what do you call a group of 8? An 8-tet. An octomom. I don't know which one's the right one. So, guys, I might look it up. But right now, the dynamic on the road, Binyam Gamay, he's getting involved in the chase here, of course. They're trying to close down a 55-second gap here. 55-second gap. These two groups are certainly going to be on the limit. But what an incredible little group happening right now. Wow, wow, wow. This is going to be fantastic. This is going to be one for the ages, I think. And that is exactly going to be our next poll. Great to have 2,100 people in the chat. Who do you think is going to be the winner? Where are you from as well? Where are you watching from? Drop a flag. Drop a flag from where you're from. Plenty of flags have shined up already on this stream. Octagon, we're hearing as well. Ricky saying Octagon. Is that it? Octet, we're hearing. I will have to confirm as well. We don't know which one. Octet sounds right. But Macho Van der Poel out towards the back end of this chase group. He's looking to get a feed from his team car here. But yeah, this is incredible. 742 likes. I'm sure we can do better. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Is this stage the most exciting of 2024? Yes or no? Binary poll. Easy. I don't have to write too much, and I can concentrate on the action. 1 minute is the deficit for the Binyam Gamay Macho Van der Poel group here. Rui Costa in there as well. Can he be an unlikely dark horse? Can he be the first Portuguese stage winner of this year's Tour de France? We haven't had a Portuguese stage winner for a while, but João Almeida, a Portuguese debutant, he's in that second group. Wilco Kelderman up there. Jonas Abrahamsen finds himself in that favourites group as well. Yellow jersey there towards the front. Friend of the channel, Tom Scourge, is up here towards the front. Who are they working for? Ineos Grenadiers doing what they do best, staying up towards the front here. Oh my God, this is getting very interesting. 75% of you believe this has been the best stage in terms of excitement. I am voting for that as well. So I'm part of that 76%. But yeah, Octet we're getting. Octet. Rhonda is saying Octet. So many of you saying Octet here. But great to have so many people around the world. We've got Rwanda, we've got Malaysia, we've got the US, we've got Norway, we've got Sweden, we've got the Philippines, we've got France, we've got Denmark, Thailand. Thank you, every single one of you, for joining. We got Deutschland as well. Georgia, New Orleans. Orleans is the start town of stage 10. So UK as well, Philippines. But right now, the very dynamic situation we had is very static right now. Static situation. 33.5 kilometers. We're getting closer to that stage 6. Sweden in the house as well. Sector 6, shall I say. Sector 6. And that is going to pose quite a big challenge for this Octet in front. They're coming into the gravel sector now, I think, shortly. 1 minute of a lead they still have on the world champion group. World champion Tom Pidcock, a former world champion in cyclocross, a world champion in mountain bike, a world champion in the under 20, in the junior classification, in the time trial event. Such a prolific rider here. What is going to happen? And Matt B, thank you for that, the cycling Dane forever. Plenty of Eritreans in the chat as well. New Mexico here, Singapore. Wow. But here we are. That sector 6, 1.2 kilometers long, one start sector. So in theory, there shouldn't be any trouble for the riders. But as we know, gravel is not your friend and can produce any mechanical, a puncture, anything. We wait and see. But Trinidad and Tobago is in the house as well with Anthony. Canada's in the house. I'm sure you're going to be thinking of Derek G. He could be the first Canadian to win since we had Ugo Ull, his teammate, winning. But 700 meters to go here. 700 meters to go of this sector 6. So 5 more sectors after this. 5 more sectors after this. So, what's going to happen as well? This is going to be interesting to say the least. Wow. If you haven't already, head over to the Cycling Day in Action channel. It doesn't cost you a single penny, but you do help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And of course, as a thank you, we have a competition going there as well. We have many more competitions on this year's Tour de France, so look out for that. But right now, the peloton, or the second group, not the peloton finds themselves 2 minutes and 15 seconds down on that main group. But right now, we are seeing a lot of action happening in front of our very eyes. Nils Pollard doing what he was brought in to, serving that ruler role here for Tadej Pogacar. Is Tadej Pogacar thinking of an attack here? He knows Vingegaard's been in problems. He knows he's on Jan Tratnik's bike. He knows that Remco Evenepoel was in trouble. But great to have Angola, Brazil, many of West Indies as well, with Barbados and Jamaica in the house as well. 32 kilometers to go here. The yellow jersey group are on this sector 6 now. Sector 6. Bob, I don't believe you're watching from North Korea, but nice try. We will wait and see. 78% of you believe this is the most exciting stage of the 2024 Tour de France. I agree with you guys. We still aren't finished. We still have a juicy 31.8 kilometers left of the stage. Who is going to be winning the stage? That remains to be seen. And thank you, Martin, for subscribing to our little brother channel, the Cycling Day in Action channel. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow the link. Find the competition and enter. You could win a cap signed by Vincenzo Nibali. But right now, 53 seconds is the gap between Mathieu van der Poel and Biniam Girmay to that front group. 5 sectors left. As Riley says, get the nachos out, get the popcorn out, get the whatever out. Unfortunately, I only have sparkling water, so it'll have to be sparkling water. But great to have so many people here. We've hit 800 likes, so well done to every single one of you. They are in that sector 6, as we said. 1 minute and 52 seconds here. 1 minute and 52 seconds. The yellow jersey. So that bit of acceleration by Nils Pollard has taken about 25 seconds out of that gap. So is the yellow jersey coming roaring down the road here? This is going to be worrying times for that front group, that front octet. This is going to be interesting. We're in for a classic here. A very, very tense finale here for sure. Mathieu van der Poel, Rui Costa, Joachim Fuglsang, Biniam Girmay, Rasmus Tiller. Biniam Girmay, Mathieu van der Poel, and Jakob Fuglsang are 3 of my favorite riders. So I'm hoping that they make the catch to that front group. Alexei Lutsenko, of course, the Kazakh former national champion, he will look to get another stage win for Astana. They've already tasted success with Mark Cavendish. Ben Turner at the back, the Yorkshire Doncaster man. But Tadej Pogacar, where is Joao Almeida? Where's Juan Ayuso? I think they dropped back a bit, but Tadej Pogacar riding second wheel to Nils Pollard. That is worrying. They all know what he can do here. 5 sectors left, 10.4 kilometers left of gravel. That's it in the last 30.5 kilometers here. Tom Pidcock here getting a feed. What can he do here? He was told by his sports directors early on to keep hydrated. Make sure that he's keeping energized, doesn't run out of fuel here, and it's doing his best now. 46 seconds, 47 seconds for the Mathieu van der Poel Biniam Girmay group to make up on this octet out in front. They know that group is coming up, and they know if Mathieu van der Poel joins the party and Biniam Girmay, the chances of winning is certainly going to be narrowing for them. 30 kilometers. That is all that separates us from the finishing line where we started in Troyes. Troyes, the gravel stage. We're on sector 5 now. 1.8 kilometers now. 1.8 kilometers for the front octet, as we said. Is anyone going to make a move here? I mean, we're getting ever close to the finishing line. If you want to not be caught out by that acceleration from behind, you need to try and play your cards very shortly. But there is the move that you can be brought back here. Are we going to see maybe the next sector? I think we could see a movement from Alexei Lutsenko, from Tom Pidcock, from Ben Healy. But Alex Aramburu, the Spanish national champion, his interest is to keep this all together. The best sprinter, you would say, in this group. But great to have so many people here. Really do appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't already, get your name flashing up on the stream by smashing the subscribe button here on the Cycling Dane. Yeah, there's no second name to this. It's just the Cycling Dane here. So, yeah, of course, we are doing the streams on every single day. It's great to have so many of our regulars here as well. Vera, Sarah, Ricky, T-Hart. But 48 seconds, Ricky is here as well. And the peloton coming towards that sector 5 now. The front group, they've got 1 kilometer left of this sector now. But, yeah, who is this? This looks like Tim Wellens here. Tim Wellens coming up towards the front. U18 members doing their best here to not get exposed. They're certainly a very strong outfit here. We said it. It's the All-Stars team here. The Avengers Assemble here, you can say. But right now, Biniam Gamay sitting in that second group. Intermarché licking their lips here. Even if they don't take the stage win, it's certainly going to be a great day, extending that green jersey lead to Jasper Philipsen. So no win or no win, it's still going to be a win for Intermarché. They want to keep that green jersey all the way to the finish. They've never won a points classification in a Grand Tour, and they could do it on the biggest of the Grand Tour here. So, yeah, as Carousel Vertigo is saying, dusty lungs as well. Yeah, it's going to be very tough on the riders here. Are we going to see some riders struggling after the rest day as well? It's going to be an exciting one. The Tour de France is well and truly alive here. Laporte's up towards the front. Ineos Grenadiers up towards the front. Lidl Trek's up towards the front here. They are in that sector 5, as we said. Ineos Grenadiers message here. Let's see. Yeah, there are no more climbs, guys. No more climbs. You've done all the hardest part. And it's okay to, yeah, no more climbs apparently. No more climbs. So we got a confirmation there. No more climbs from Ineos Grenadiers. Still a bit of undulating terrain, but the hardest sectors are apparently out of the way, according to Ineos Grenadiers. Tom Pidcock, that's not going to be serving him well, to say the least. Great to have Adrian as well. Adrian saying that he wants Mathieu van der Poel to win. Of course, you're sharing the same name with Mathieu van der Poel. Great to have so many trans. Great to have so many people around the world. Americans, Scandinavians. We have to say Scandinavians because we're not that small, that big. Plenty of Malaysians, Filipinos as well. And yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, the finale here. We are still on that sector 5 for that front group. 47 seconds between them and the second group. They dreadfully don't want that second group to join up. You're going to be slimming your odds very heavily if that's the case, if you're going to bring them back into contention. So yeah, this is looking very exciting. 27.5 kilometers to go here. Tim Wellens driving the pace for the yellow jersey group on behalf of his teammate, the yellow jersey wearer, Tadej Pogacar. He's enjoying this. He's comfortable in yellow. This is where he loves it. Ineos Grenadiers on the side of the road. They're going to be a bit conflicted here. They don't want to bring it back because one of their darlings, Jonas Vingegaard, not Jonas Vingegaard, that was a weird Freudian slip. Tom Pidcock, he's up here. So what can he do, of course, Tom Pidcock? And yeah, we'll wait and see what happens here. We'll wait and see what happens on the stage today. Great to have over 2,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes. We're on 863. We're currently beating our record here. Beating our record. So it's all still to play for. All still to play for in the stage. Who's going to take the stage win? That is the big question. 26.8 kilometers still to go here. 28.6 kilometers still to go here. All can happen on the stage. Are we potentially going to see a stage win from Tom Pidcock, from Biniam Gamay, from Mathieu van der Poel, from Alex Aramburu, from Jakob Fuglsang, from, yeah, even Ben Healy. There's a lot of riders in here who are licking their lips at the potential of taking a stage win. Oof, is it going to happen? That is the big question here. I would love to see then we take the stage win from this front group. But Biniam Girmay, Mathieu van der Poel on this gravel stage, that would also be quite an enticing perspective, to say the least. But right now, it's looking like the advantage is in the Jasper Stuyven, the Tom Pidcock, the Derek G. I think Derek G is going to struggle to win this. But yeah, Mathieu van der Poel doing solid effort. Are we going to see him on the next gravel sector just open up the burners here and just throw everything into the mix here? Are we going to see him really just rip up this race a bit? We've seen it time and time again in the classics, but is he going to translate that into this gravel sectors, or the gravel sectors here? Who knows? If you saw the 2021 Strade Bianche, that was an incredible stage win, a victory in that gravel classic. And could he potentially rewind the clock and do a performance like that? We wait and see. But great to have so many people around the world. 25 kilometers still to go here. 47 seconds. 1 minute and 31 seconds here still for the yellow jersey to make up, if they even want to make it up here. We wait and see. But everything can happen still here on the stage. 25 kilometers to go here. 1 minute and 32 seconds. 46 seconds for the guys to make up on that front group. It's getting very close. I think it might be do or die on this next sector for the Biniam Girmay, for the Mathieu van der Poel group. If they're gonna close the gap, it's gonna happen soon, if it's gonna happen, because right now they're not having a great advantage. We're seeing Vlasov as well. He of course crashed and still is up there right now. So Vlasov, a solid effort by him, taking a real tumble, but he finds himself in that yellow jersey group here. That was quite a tumble by him. Absolutely incredible tumble. And the fact that he's even here is a testament to his persistence, to his endurance, to his resilience. That was probably the better word. Perseverance, again, we can akin that to that. We're getting ever closer to 900 likes as well. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes. That would be our highest total of this year's Tour de France. Great to have 2,500 people with us. 24 kilometers is all that separates us from a stage win. Who's it going to be? Biniam Girmay, Ben Healy, Alex Aramburu. They come into sector 4 here. It's a one-star sector here. So they're into sector 4 now. The breakaway, the front group, they're into sector 4. This is going to be interesting. Are we going to see any of them move? Some of the less fast riders, such as Tom Pidcock against Alex Aramburu. This is going to be interesting. Is anyone going to set out their stall here? Is anyone going to blink first? EF Education Easy Post are blinking. It's Ben Healy increasing the tempo here. Ben Healy, 53 seconds to the Van der Poel Biniam group here. They know Van der Poel and Bini is coming, so they need to do something here. Ben Healy accelerates. Is he thinking that he's going to be the man winning today? I'm not sure. The odds is definitely not in his favor. Now we get the Mathieu van der Poel group coming in on sector 5. 53 seconds down. This is very tight now. Oh, the yellow jersey group, they're racing towards that sector 4 now. UAE Team Emirates with Nils Pollitt and Wout van Aert jostling for position here. They want to be the ones ahead. But who's going to be able to control the peloton here on sector 4? Is it going to be UAE? Is it going to be Visma Lease Bike? This is incredible. Everyone's pushing on. They're all on the limit. They're feeling the tiredness. That rest day can't come quick enough for these guys. But right now, out in the second group, it is David Gaudu pushing on the pressure. Mathieu van der Poel struggling a bit to close the gaps here. Biniam Girmay feeling the burn. This is going to be aggressive. 23 kilometers to go here. 23 kilometers to go. All still to play for in this year's stage 9 of the Tour de France. This was one of the high points. This was one of the big stages we marked out in our calendar. 3-3. And it looks like this is going to be a stage that potentially produces the best excitement. 78% of you believe this has been the best stage of this year's Tour de France. I wholeheartedly agree Bernard trying to just bring the pressure up or bring the tempo up a bit. Laporte as well. Laporte and Nils Pollitt, they're dueling it out here at the front to keep control. Who wants to be the ones at the front here? It's all still to play for. 207 meters here is left for the breakaway of Sector 4. 3 more sectors to play with. 3 more sectors. 44 seconds for these guys. Still of a lead. 1 minute and 36 seconds of a lead on the yellow jersey group being led by Laporte. So Visma Lease Bike won that small duel against UAE Team Emirates here. But the dust is being kicked up. This is classic scenes by the breakaway or a race for the ages, as we've said. This is certainly a stage we won't forget anytime soon. Healy, has he just strung the group out a bit? Has he got rid of the pretenders here? Movistar looking very comfortable with Romo and with Alex Aramburu, but this is the danger. They're all looking at each other. You need to commit, guys. Tadej Pogacar attacking. Tadej Pogacar is attacking. Tadej Pogacar attacking. And this is one we weren't thinking. Laporte trying to cover the move here. Visma Lease Bike desperate now. Tadej Pogacar is not who you want to let up the road here. Tadej Pogacar is attacking. Tadej Pogacar is attacking. Wow, wow, wow. 21.7 kilometers for the breakaway. And Tadej Pogacar is making the move. Remco Evenepoel caught out here. Roglic caught out here as well a bit. Ineos Grenadiers caught out. They're all scrambling here to get on the wheel of the yellow jersey. Oh, Tadej Pogacar is Strade Bianche champion of 2024. We knew he was going to do it. And this looks incredible. Remco Evenepoel lacking. Jonas Vingegaard scrambling. This is incredible stuff here. Tadej Pogacar looking to increase his yellow jersey lead here. UAE says full on this one. Full on. Go full on. This is incredible stuff going on now on the roads of Troyes. Wow, wow, wow. This is what we've come to see. The yellow jersey attacking on a gravel stage. This is incredible. We've said time and time again, Tadej Pogacar is another beast here. Wow, wow, wow. This is exciting. The yellow jersey, is he going to be able to take out at an advantage on his rivals? Remco Evenepoel struggle. But right now he's being marked by Matteo Jorgensen. Strange move this. Strange move. But Laporte is trying to bring over Jonas Vingegaard. This is a Visma Lease Bike move here. Of course, Matteo Jorgensen, he's sitting quite high up in the GC inside the top 10. The pride of America right now with no Sepp Kuss here. He's the de facto American darling, unfortunately for them, because they wanted Sepp Kuss in here. This is getting interesting. But the front end, we're seeing Biniam Girmay struggling a bit here on Sector 3, 1.9 kilometers still to go. Well, that is the sector that we have here. This is getting interesting. But the yellow jersey, he's moving as hard as he can here. Jonas Vingegaard wants to close the gap, but I'm not sure he's able to here. Jonas Vingegaard, this is crazy. 1 minute and 16 seconds between Tadej Pogacar and the front end of the race. Does the Tadej Pogacar man think that this is the man? Pog is going for this. Pogacar is looking to extend his lead here. 1.9 kilometers of a sector here for him to play. He got rid of Matteo Jorgensen, but Matteo Jorgensen is trying to close the gap here for Jonas Vingegaard. Jonas Vingegaard on his wheel. This is DEFCON 1. This is red alarm. This is emergency. Pressing that big red emergency button for Visma Lease Bike. Wow, wow, wow. This is incredible. Is he going to catch him now? I think Visma Lease Bike, they're almost making the catch now on Tadej Pogacar, but has Tadej Pogacar got more in the tank here? Remco Evenepoel is very close as well. They're within meters now of catching the Mato of Jorgensen and Jonas Vingegaard, the Sodal Quickstep leader. But right now, yeah, exciting stuff. How many times have we seen excitement on this stage already? Wow, this is incredible. Incredible. 371 meters left here. This is getting incredibly tight here. Tadej Pogacar coming around one of the corners here. 38 seconds is the gap between the front group and the second group on the road. Tadej Pogacar getting close to that Mathieu van der Poel group. 26 seconds away, but Tadej Pogacar, he's possessed. He's just going as fast as he can here still. Remco Evenepoel still in the distance here, but Tadej Pogacar, he's loving this. Wow. This is remarkable stuff here. But now Tadej Pogacar absolutely throwing the cat amongst the pigeons here. But Matteo Jorgensen, what a ride by the man here. What a ride here. But Remco Evenepoel finds himself in that annoying position of having two UAE guys and a Visma Lease bike guy on his wheel. They're not going to give him any help here. So yeah, this is not good stuff for Remco Evenepoel. He needs to get rid of them if he wants to drop them. But yeah, Matteo Jorgensen, what a ride. What a saving GC battle we've seen here. But Jonas Vingegaard, oh, Tadej Pogacar, he can feel the heart rate of Jonas Vingegaard. He can hear him. The pain on the two-time defending Tour de France champion. He wants to put him to the sword here. He wants to be the man with 3 Tour de France titles. And he's having fun. 41 seconds between the Mathieu van der Poel group and the front. And the Tadej Pogacar group, they need 17 seconds here. 17 seconds to make up right now. 17 seconds is all that's happening. This is getting exciting now. This is getting exciting. Tadej Pogacar doing his best here to stay out in front. Great to have 2,700 people in the chat. Tadej Pogacar looks around. He doesn't want to do all the work here. He looks behind to see where Remco Evenepoel is. And this was a death stare by the yellow jersey man. The yellow jersey of many Tour de France's. And yeah, another one where he's leading. He has already won the Giro d'Italia this year. He wants to be the first man to win the Giro Tour double since 1998 when Marco Pantani did so. Wow, wow, wow. Tadej Pogacar absolutely electric on this year's stage, and 17.4 kilometers to go here. 42 seconds. 42 seconds is the gap between the front group and the second group. Oh, Remco Evenepoel is in trouble here. Remco Evenepoel is in trouble. Ineos Grenadiers need to help him here. Remco Evenepoel is in need of help. Wow, wow, wow. We're 2,300 people in the chat. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our little brother channel, the Cycling Day in Action. Let's try and get that to 1,000. We only need 300 of you to hit the like or subscribe to the channel there. We have, of course, also got the competition available for you, everyone, to enter. So get over there as well. Click the link in the chat. Click the link in the chat. But right now, the Remco Evenepoel group is struggling. They're struggling. So we'll wait and see here. We'll wait and see if the Ineos Grenadiers group can close the gap with Roglic in there as well. Oh, this is close. Sector 3 now. I believe this is Sector 3. Sector 2. Sector 2. We're in Sector 2. 2.2 kilometers to go here. Oh, Anthony Turgis attacking the group now. Anthony Turgis, the man who's finished on the podium in Le Milan San Remo, the Frenchman. He looks to be the man to dare to dream. No risk, no glory, as Roglic says. And here we go. Anthony Turgis. He wants to be the man to get out in front. He wants to win the stage. Total Energies hasn't won a single stage in this year's Tour de France and want to win it. Mathieu van der Poel, can he kick up here? 2.2 kilometers, this Sector 2. It's got, 2-star ranking. Are we going to see Mathieu van der Poel kick off here? Is he going to be the man to attack to try and reel in that front group? He has a huge margin to make up here. The Paris-Roubaix Tour of Flanders champion of this year. 41 seconds. They've left it all too late, I think. This is remarkable. A few riders just being caught out here by the gravel corners. But right now, this is getting interesting. Who's going to win the stage is certainly not over here. This is getting interesting. We've seen battles on the scenes of Troyes. It's been non-stop action from almost start to finish. Tadej Pogacar desperately wants to put his teammates, or not his teammates, his rivals, into the hurt locker here. But we have a bit of a calm before another storm. 1 minute and 7 seconds here for the yellow jersey group. 44 seconds for Mathieu van der Poel and Biniam Girmay in that second group to make up if they want to contest the stage here in Troyes. Everything can happen here. Everything can happen. Pogacar, is he going to go for another attack here? We still have one more sector of gravel to go. That remains to be seen. We're 12 likes away from 1,000 likes here. 12 likes away from 1,000. So if you haven't already, smash that like button. Subscribe to the Cycling Dane here to see your name forever immortalized. And if you're already subscribing, why not head over to the Cycling Dane Action channel? So yeah, about 15 kilometers. That is what's happening. So what's going to happen on today's stage? That remains to be seen. 14.9 kilometers. That's all that we got left of the stage. Not a lot of gravel sectors left here. One gravel sector after they come off this penultimate gravel sector. 36 seconds. Bilbao is in here. Where is Bilbao? Bilbao's made his way off the front of the yellow jersey here. Oh, David Gaudu is helping the chase as well. These guys have 39 seconds to make up here on that front group. We're getting a message coming in soon as well. Rasmus Tiller, the former Norwegian road race champion. What can he do here? He's a fast man. Jakob Fuglsang, Mathieu van der Poel, Michael Matthews. Oh, this is interesting here. Who's going to take the stage win? Is it going to be the king or the prince of Yorkshire, Tom Pidcock? But Alexei Lutsenko, he's trying to attack now. Everyone's tired, and the Kazakh former national champion, he's trying to get up the road. The Astana man, this is a good move by him. This is a good move, and well done to every single one of you. Hit the like button. We're over 1,000, and now the next goal is let's try and get us to 1,000 on the Cycling Dane Action. Head over there, subscribe. It's completely free, and get involved in the Tour de France competition. We've got plenty of them happening as well. 13.8 kilometers to go here. 13.8 kilometers is what separates us from the finishing line. 35 seconds here. 1 minute for the yellow jersey group here, but now the group out in front, they're looking at each other, and guys, this is exactly the wrong thing to do. You got Mathieu van der Poel, you got Biniam Girmay hurtling down the road here. They're not going to look at you. They're going to storm past you if you don't hurry up here. Oh, this is going to be nervous times. Now I think the break might actually not take the stage win. I think maybe we could see a Biniam Girmay stage win, a Mathieu van der Poel. Alex Aramburu is in here as well. He's very conscious that he wants it to be a sprint. So who's faster, Alex Aramburu or Biniam Girmay? I would say Biniam Girmay, judging by the form here. Wow. This is incredible riding. Michael Matthews. Mathieu van der Poel here. Everything's still happening here. Bahrain Victorious is... Bilbao is looking for assistance. I don't think he's going to get it. Who knows here? But everything's still to play for in this year's stage. Oh, it's going to happen. This is going to happen. Abrahamsen, for whatever reason, is going on the attack. He wants the polka jersey. Maybe he's thinking about green jersey points as well. Anything can happen. As we said, 12.7 kilometers to go. One more sector of gravel to go. 1 minute and 9 seconds for the yellow jersey group. I think they're content with not going for the stage win. The stage win is going to be battled out between the first group on the road and the second group on the road. Mathieu van der Poel, are we going to see him go in for an attack here? Binny's up there. He's right now in front of the wheel of Mathieu van der Poel. David Gaudu flicks the elbow. He's probably the weakest rider in terms of taking the stage win. But Fuglsang up here as well. David Gaudu, Rui Costa, Rasmus Tiller. Does Rasmus Tiller think he can beat Biniam Girmay here, the Uno X rider? Uno X still hasn't taken a stage win. Come very close with Abrahamsen. Of course, they are wearing the yellow jersey, or no, the polka jersey. But yeah, the road is disappearing. They need to do something here. Someone needs to hit out. But in that front group, if you're not Alex Aramburu, you need to attack. You need to attack here. Oh, now we're getting Derek G. Derek G is just lifting the afterburners a bit here. Just increasing the gap here. Trying to get up the road. Tom Pidcock on him like hair on soap here. We also have Alex Aramburu. He's marking them as well. He knows he's probably the fastest man in this group. It's looking like Movistar are going to complete the house for the gravel stages in this year's Grand Tour stages. Because they took the gravel stage in the Giro d'Italia with Sanchez, and it looks like maybe Alex Aramburu, a man who's never taken a Grand Tour stage in the Tour de France, could potentially be the man. Jasper Stuyven, he doesn't like them looking around here. He attacks now. The Lidl Trek rider, he has a very fast finish on him and a very good engine. So it's not a guy you want to let up the road, but he has been given distance. Oh, now the breakaway. They're all scrambling now. Because Jasper Stuyven is exactly the rider you didn't want to let up the road. Little Trek not having any success right now in the Tour de France. They desperately want to take it. Mads Pedersen crashing out. The friend of Jasper Stuyven. I'm sure wherever Mads Pedersen is, he's going to be celebrated, jubilant about this. Jasper Stuyven, has he played a blinder here? Wow. Jasper Stuyven, who thought he was going to be winning today's stage? He was certainly not the one I was thinking about, but Jasper Stuyven has got himself a clean bit of air between him and his former breakaway companions. Now he 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Derek G, Alexei Lutsenko, Ben Healy leading the chase now as well. Movistar as well. They're trying to play the chicken game here. They know they probably have the fastest finisher with Alexander Buro. So they're doing a subliminal role here to just make sure that they're keeping this under control. Stay within a few margins, but 10.3 kilometers to go here. 10.3 kilometers to go. 10.3, 10.2. Oh, Stuyven. Is this going to be an epic moment for him? This is going to be a crazy finish now between the breakaway riders. 44 seconds for the Van der Poel Binny group here. Binny could still get some points in the green jersey. And yeah, everything to play for. 9 inside the last 10 kilometers. Jasper Stuyven, such an engine. The Lidl Trek rider won the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad in the past. Won Milan San Remo in the past as well. Don't give this a guy an inch. He will take a kilometer. How much has he got left in the tank here? 3 kilometers is the final sector of this year's gravel stage. Oh, this is going to be one for the ages, this sector. Who's going to take the stage? That remains to be seen, as Carousel Vertigo is saying. Who's going to be the most combative rider of the day? It's a big competition, to be honest. But Jasper Stuyven just coming under a Belgian flag. Plenty of Belgian flags out on the road. And this is going to be one for the ages here. Oh, Derek G just scrambling on the corners, taking a bit gingerly. And now it is going to be one hell of a race here. This is going to be a finish that we're not going to forget for a long time here. Great to have so many people here. 2,000 people in the chat. This is going to be an interesting one. Jonas Abrahamsen here. He's struggling at that fourth group even. He's trying to get a bit of distance on the breakaway. On the yellow jersey group. Strange that. Very strange. Right now, 2.2 kilometers to go here. Stuyven attacking. Very thunderous attack. 10 seconds here. 8.7 kilometers to go here. 8.6 kilometers. 2 kilometers left of this final sector. So he needs to make up as much as he can here. Get out big of an advantage as possible. But right now, Mathieu van der Poel maybe didn't quite have the juice in the legs that he would have wanted here, but it's absolutely incredible. Hey, Tadej Pogacar, is he gonna do another small attack here towards the front? I think we are. Tadej Pogacar, he's gonna be lifting the gears here. Tadej is attacking. Tadej. He wants to be the most aggressive rider on the day. He's attacking once more, and now the favorites group rolling like a machine. The machine is kickstarting again here. That is remarkable stuff that we're seeing here from Tadej Pogacar. He's not content with not winning any time on his favorites. He wants their rest day to be hard recovery here. But Bahrain victorious here with Bilbao. He's just going to be brought back here. But Remco Evenepoel, Jonas Vingegaard, them sure to be marking. Tadej Pogacar here. Great to have Eritrea in the house as well. Plenty of you supporting your man, Binyam Gamai. Plenty of Africans as well. Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya as well. Let yourself known. Let us see those African countries come to the front. But right now, Remco Evenepoel, he's getting to the front here. He's trying to put a bit of pressure here on that final. We'll wait and see. This is going to be explosive potentially in the GC group here. Remco Evenepoel just wants to see if he can put any of his GC favorites into a bit of trouble here. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be manic. 7.4 kilometers to go here. And it's looking like Sturven is losing that chase. He's losing the advantage now, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. Remco Evenepoel, the debutant of this year's Tour de France. He's doing his best impersonation of being a routine veteran of the race. What an incredible finish here we're seeing. We have already said this is our most exciting stage of this year's Tour de France, but is he going to take the stage? Oh, is he going to increase his lead? Who knows here, but right now we're witnessing history. Gravel history. 6.9 kilometers still to go here. We still have a margin out in front, and who's going to stick it all the way to the end? But Tadej Pogacar just upping the tempo here again as they come past Abrahamsen. That lead he had for a bit, but Jonas Vingegaard is on him like hair on soap. Apologies, guys. The hair being Jonas Vingegaard and the soap being Tadej Pogacar. Tadej Pogacar accelerating out of every single corner. The gravel is almost away. We've always have to say goodbye to the gravel here. 32 kilometers of excitement. We weren't sure if it was going to bring that excitement, but it certainly has here. Jasper Stuyven, 10 seconds here for the Lidl Trek man. What is going to happen in today's stage? Are we going to see him win the stage? That is going to be our next question on the poll. We've got 6.4 kilometers to go here. 6.4 kilometers is all that separates the finish line and these riders here. This is remarkable. This is why we love bike racing. The passion, the grit, the sheer grit here. Everything can happen on the stage still. This is remarkable riding by the riders. And Jasper Stuyven is being reeled back here by the other riders. They don't want him to win. They don't want to see him let go. But yeah, Biniam Girmay in that second group. Can he take the stage win? That remains to be seen. But right now, Jasper Stuyven is in the best position. Wow, this is phenomenal riding by Jasper Stuyven. He has 5.6 kilometers to deal with. 5.6 kilometers is a lot when you're tired. Oh, this is incredible. Will Stuyven win? Will Stuyven win? Win the stage. Will he win the stage? Will Stuyven win the stage? Yes or no? A binary poll, but I think right now the favorites group, they're just looking at each other here. Oh, 1 minute and 6 seconds down for them. They're very close to the Mathieu van der Poel group here, with Biniam Girmay in that group as well. Rasmus Tiller. Maybe they just didn't commit enough this group. They were too much looking around, not wanting to commit the bullets here. And yeah, Binny, he's just thinking about green jersey points now. Green jersey points can well and truly be on offer here. But yeah, 5 kilometers now. 5 kilometers. It's going to be a fast finish. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Movistar need to be the team working at the front. They've got the fast man of Alex Aramburu. Alex Aramburu is the man that they're thinking about. Alex Aramburu. But is he going to be able to take the stage win? That remains to be seen. But right now we've got Jasper Stuyven. He's covered in dust. He's been in a battle. But can he be the man who lifts his hand at the end of this gladiator battle that we've seen on the roads? This is going to be remarkable. 4.7 kilometers still to go here. 8 seconds. Oh, 1 minute and 2 seconds here. Remco Evenepoel nowhere to be found. Where is Remco Evenepoel? He is in the group here. Alex Aramburu, Tom Pidcock here. They're desperately trying to bring back the Belgian. They know that their stage win, they got in the right break. They will be allowed by the yellow jersey group to get the win here. But wow, this is incredible here. This is incredible. Are we going to see a famous stage win from the man, Jasper Stuyven, the man who is a chocolatier in his spare time? He loves making chocolate. He certainly loves winning stages as well. Michael Matthews is heading out from that group, this third group on the road now. Mathieu van der Poel is hunting him down, and this shows you that they didn't quite commit all out this group. And right now, Jasper Stuyven is doing his best here. 4 kilometers is what he has to make up here. 4 kilometers is all he's got left to win a stage. The first stage win for Lidl Trek in this year's Tour de France. Can he do it? They won with Mads Pedersen on stage 8 last year. They didn't win yesterday with Mads Pedersen. He unfortunately had to leave the race, and they won the polka dot jersey. But Jasper Stuyven has been a very loyal lieutenant in all these achievements for the team. He's got a 9-second gap here. Ben Healy trying to bring him back. They can see him out in front. It's within touching distance, but they can't quite touch him. Jasper Stuyven is 9 seconds away here. He's about 120 meters out in front. This is going to be a remarkable savior for the Lidl Trek team after losing Mads Pedersen. They would love to get the victory here. Jasper Stuyven, incredible. Here we go. It's getting bigger. Jasper, the gap is getting bigger. Come on. That's what his sports directors were saying. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a seismic shift. This is going to be an incredible victory here for Jasper Stuyven if he can hold out. 2.7 kilometers. Many of you hoping that it is going to be a Pidcock victory. But that victory seems to be dwindling away like sand through your hands. And right now, Lidl Trek, they're doing the best. The supermarket and bike team, they're doing their best here. And what's going to happen? 2.5 kilometers, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Movistar needs to be the team committing Romo to the front here because they've got Alex Aramburu in here. But right now we see Ben Healy desperately trying, Derek G desperately trying to throw something out here. Many of these riders just want it back together. Derek G's for sure not going to be winning the sprint. Neither is Ben Healy, neither is Tom Pidcock. But nobody's winning now because the man, Ben Healy's attacking the man who won the final stage on the Tour of Slovenia. Very aggressive there, but he's very aggressive now as well. 8 seconds for Jasper Stuyven to make up. 6 seconds is the gap he has. Oh, it's all coming down to a very, very classic sprint here. Classic finish here. 1.8 kilometers to go here for the Belgian chocolatier. Is he going to be able to take this sprint here? The Lidl Trek team desperately wanted a stage win. It's looking like it's going to come in stage 9. Not from Ciccone. Not from Mads Pedersen. But right now, oh no. Derek G and Ben Healy have managed to get up the road here. This is, what did you do, Movistar? Movistar, what are you doing? You had the key man here. But Jasper Stuyven, he will not be happy about this news. He just needs to keep going. 1.4 kilometers to go here. 1.4 kilometers to go here. This is getting exciting. Wow, 1,100 of you have hit the like button. Welcome everyone who's new to the channel as well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Alexei Lutsenko, he's crushing the Lidl Trek dreams here. Oh, Lutsenko, you're not going to be getting a postcard from Jasper Stuyven as Alexei Lutsenko has brought the group back into contention here. This is getting very tight now, and Jasper Stuyven, oh, dreams. It looks like dreams are not going to be happening on today's stage. This is sad. Oh no. Alex Aramburu looks like he's going to be our favorite now. Yeah, Ben Healy, he attacks now. And now he needs to move. He needs to be marked inside the last 700 meters now. Who's going to take the stage win? Commiserations to Jasper Stuyven. But now it's going to be a sprint finish. Anthony Torres, he's in a great position. He packs a good punch on him. The Frenchman. We've been almost 200 kilometers on this gravel stage, and it comes down to a sprint from the breakaway. Ben Healy in there. Alexei Lutsenko hits out here. The Kazakh man, the pride and joy of Kazakhstan. It's met by Alex Aramburu here. Anthony Torres is a danger man. Derek G openings up the sprint as well. Tom Pidcock tries to sprint. Oh, it's gonna be Torres. Allez, Français. It's gonna be Torres. Wow. Oh my God. This is going to be a sprint we remember for a long time. This is going to be a stage we remember for a long time. Anthony Torres, the Total Energies man, finishes his off. That was remarkable sprinting there from the Pro Continental team. So our second French Pro Continental team taking a stage win there. But we get Biniam Girmay coming towards the finish now. Mathieu van der Poel wants to deny him green jersey points. Michael Matthews here as well. Oh, they're looking around here. Biniam Girmay thinking about the top 10 here. This is going to be exciting now. What green jersey points are up for grabs now? We've seen many of them doing. Biniam is going to think about those points. He's leading the green jersey. This is going to be exciting. Oh, Binny. Is he going to win the sprint for the minor positions here? This is going to be Michael Matthews. He opens it up here. Biniam Girmay trying to get around Matthews, the Australian. Are we going to see Binny take the points here? I think he's just coming around Matthews here. Is he going to take it? Binny takes the minor points here. Michael Matthews not able to unseat him here, but we'll get the top 10. We're going to get the top 10 here. We'll get the top 10. But the GC group as well coming towards the finishing line. Abrahamson, he's thinking of the minor GC points up for grabs as well. He's racing towards the line here. Pascal Ackermann opening up a sprint as well. What could have been for the Israel Premier Tech rider. Everything still to play for here. Everything still to play for. And right now, Pascal Ackermann taking the minor positions there. But wow. Anthony Turgis taking the points there. Throws his bike up in the air. Wow. That was remarkable. And what an incredible finish that was there. Salute to Anthony Turgis there. Remarkable stuff there. Absolutely incredible. A thumbs up there from the team. They are very happy about this. The Total Energies team are going to be celebrating this all the way to Nice, I think. And wow. We'll get you the top 10 GC, but that sprint was a great one. Anthony Turgis, a danger man. That was incredible. What a sprint there by the man who's finished second before in Milan San Remo. That was a great sprint there. We'll get you the top 10. But what an incredible sprint there from the riders. Wow. Let's hope we got another interview from Biniam Girmay here on the channel. But right now, that was incredible stuff there. Wow. That was an absolutely incredible finish there. We wait to see what's going to happen deeper into this race. But for sure, that was incredible. Let's look at the top 10 as well for the stage. I'll get you the top 10 of the stage. We'll have a look at the green jersey points as well. We'll have a look at the GC, what damage has been done. But actually, let's have a look at the top 16 because then we get the yellow jersey group included. But wow, that was absolutely an incredible stage, the gravel stage. Of course, we are going to be doing the recap race analysis over on the Cycling Dane extra channel. The extra channel. And then we're going to be doing the preview as well on the rest day. Many things coming up on the various Cycling Dane. Sorry, a bit of, I don't know, but a lot of videos coming up in the Cycling Dane various channels on the rest day. So we're not done for sure. But let's get you the top 10. The top 10 of today, or top 15, top 16. We'll talk about that because that has been a very interesting stage. As we said, many riders after 199 kilometers of action on the gravel, this is the road we have in front of us. Anthony Turgis, who was in the original breakaway together with many of the other riders, actually the top 8. He wins the stage, his first ever Tour de France stage. What an incredible victory. What an incredible moment for him that is. Anthony Turgis, being at many Tour de France's, the man from Boularen in Paris, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The man who has been at the Tour de France, this is his 7th time, never taken a Grand Tour stage win, come very close in the past, never taken a stage win at the Tour de France. Every French rider wants a stage in the Tour de France, and here he managed to do it on the 7th of July 2024. Wow, absolutely wow. But in terms of second place, Tom Pidcock, he's the best of the rest. That was a great ride by the former not Tour of Slovenia, but Strada Bianchi, the Tour of the Basque, or the Tour of the the dusk, the white roads of Tuscany. That's what we can call it. And then third place, we've got Derek G. Many Canadians in the comments going to be very happy about that. We've also got Alex Aramburu. He finished in fourth place. Derek G did a very solid ride. We didn't know where he could finish. He doesn't really have the best sprint, but he's certainly navigating himself into a great role here, great position. And right now in fifth place, Ben Healy. He looked very aggressive towards the finish. Sixth place, Alexei Lutsenko. Javier Romo, maybe Movistar is one of the teams that we would look towards messing this up. And then Jasper Stuyven, 18 seconds down on the winner, so close. Ninth is Binyam Gamay, the green jersey. He managed to outkick the rest of his fellow also breakaway riders. And that was quite exciting that he managed to get rid of Michael Matthews, who for whatever reason was attacking, probably for his teammate Dylan Groenewegen, the former green jersey wearer himself, a winner in 2017. And thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed. We'll go through the green jersey as well, see if there's any change in the GC. I expect not. Mathieu van der Poel in 11th place. Rasmus Tiller, for any Norwegian friends, that is very close as well. And it's very, very exciting to say the least. But we also had Rui Costa up there for any Portuguese listeners, including JT. Jakob Fuglsang, of course, 14th. I'm very happy about that. I would have preferred a victory. David Gaudu in top 15. And then Pascal Ackermann was the first one of the yellow jersey group there. So, yeah, absolutely remarkable. Incredible, to say the least. And are we going to see... Well, let's look at the green jersey, of course. We've had a bit of a shake-up in that competition, courtesy of Binyam Gamay being up there. Jasper Philipsen nowhere on this stage, unfortunately. So that favoured Binyam. Binyam has taken a whole host of points there. Anthony Togis moves up in that competition as well. But we'll get you the top 10 right now as I'm just waiting. If you haven't already as well, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you will get your channel name forever flash up here on the stream. And welcome to JK as well. Welcome. And plenty of you subscribing today as well. Welcome. We are, of course, going to do every single Tour de France stage of this year's edition. And we're going to do some rest days as well. On this channel, maybe not. But on the Cycling Dane Extra channel and on the Cycling Dane Action channel, there will be rest days available. So look out for that. But we were talking about the top 10 here. The top 10 is the one we're concerned about now. Let's just get the right window. There you have it. Binyam Gamay leads that competition 240, or let's just get the numbers right. 224 points. That's what he's got. Leading almost by 100 points down to Jasper Philipsen. Alpecin and Koenig really need to rethink if they're going to be winning this green jersey this year. And it certainly is an interesting one to say the least. And ninth place on the stage, picking up points. Philipsen, a long way down here. Abrahamsen even picking up some points. No, I don't think he did actually. Minor points. But not any great points here. But Anthony Togis, as we said, moves up 27 places in that competition. Arnaud Delis, one of the men who was really suffering on the stage today. But Togis going up there. And maybe he can get involved. Who knows? Getting a handful of points here and really shows that he's maybe a force to be reckoned with here. Let's look at the GC classification as well, the yellow jersey group. There have been a bit of changes here. So if we take the top 15, because we talk about the top 15 quite a lot, or top 16, let's just include Bilbao here. There have been a few changes here in the GC. So a few changes in the GC. And that is a bit of a worry there for some of these riders. Let's see at the top 15. Top 15 here. Tadej Pogacar, he is the man who's still leading by 33 seconds down to Remco Evenepoel after losing time in the time trial. And then we've got Jonas Vingegaard in third place, 1 minute and 15 seconds. having a lead of 21 seconds down to Primož Roglic, but still quite a gap to him and the top two. Then you got Juan Ayuso in 5th place, the second UAE rider in this top 10. He's sitting about a minute down on Jonas Vingegaard. Then a second between him and his teammate Joao Almeida. So they're sitting comfortably in the top 6, those two. And then, of course, we've got Carlos Rodriguez, 2 minutes and 31 seconds. One of the men who was fearing that he was going to lose time on this day. Oh, yeah, very, very close there. But, who else have we got? Mikael Landa, very good. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. The lieutenant of Remco Evenepoel, he's there. And, Canadian friends are going to be very happy about this. Your man, Derek G, moves up into top 10. So the man who finished on the podium in the Criterium du Dauphiné, he finds himself inside the top 10 for the first time in this year's Tour de France after that breakaway, gaining time, of course. And the Canadian pride right now, what can he do? Can Israel Premier Tech really get the first ever rider in the top 10 by the end? Of course, we've got plenty of big stages coming up as well. He was suffering on the Galibier stage, but Israel Premier Tech are certainly going to be very happy about that. Matteo Jorgensen here drops down 1 place courtesy of that jumping up of Derek G. Vlasov as well. Remember, Vlasov crashed on the stage, still managing to finish the stage. And yeah, very, very strong rider. We know that Roglic and everyone else, they want to keep him there. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, he was kind of seen as one of their big weapons here. But is he going to be able to... Well, is he going to be firing on all cylinders? Of course, he's going to be happy about having a rest day, just recharge the batteries a bit there. And a sensational recovery by him. We've also got, Adam Yates, dropping down 1 place again because of the ascent of Derek G up the places here. And as Clifton Dunn 74 said, one word to describe this stage: spectacular. I think that is a very good way of saying it. Okay, we'll do a poll before we leave as well. Just a little poll. Who has been your week of the first week? Who has been your rider of the race so far? There you go. Rider of the race so far. Has it been, let's think, Cavendish? Has it been Pogacar? Has it been Remco, or has it been Girmay? So there you go. Who has been your favorite? Who has been the rider who has lit up the screens for you the most at this first week of the Tour de France? Has it been Eritrea? Has it been Belgian? Has it been... or if there isn't the rider you're thinking about, let us know. Who's been the most combative rider of the day? Let us know who you think that was. Jasper Stuyven, plenty of you said it was him. Tadej Pogacar, I would say, almost. Are you allowed to give it to the yellow jersey? I would give it to the yellow jersey. I think he really kicked up fright to some of these riders. But as you can see as well, there are a number of Colombians in the mix here. Egan Bernal in there. Good to see him returning 13th. He was very great here in terms of this stage, because he's, of course, finished on the podium in Strade Bianche before us as well. But Trago seems to have come through this quite unscathed. 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Bahrain Victorious, they really need to think how they're going to get a rider into that top 10. Equally, Remco Evenepoel doing great despite getting dropped back a few times. That was a bit worrying, to say the least. And the big change in the GC in the top 10 is that Derek G jumps up into 9th place. 9th place in GC right now. That is a phenomenal place for him to keep. Are we going to see him potentially doing anything with that? Derek G, top, as we said, top 3 in the Dauphiné. That doesn't always translate completely, but right now it's a great position for Derek G and Israel Premier Tech. They're going to be thrilled about that. Also having Jakob Fuglsang up there. It was a shame they didn't have Jakob Fuglsang in that front group, because then they could have played a bit of 1-2, gambled a bit with the positioning a bit. Tadej Pogacar, what did you think of his race today? He really tried to put his rivals into some trouble. UAE were also just doing the best towards the front, calming everyone, and could certainly have, they ripped the race up a bit, for sure. Remco Evenepoel scrambling a few times to get on the right wheel, and I'm not sure what he can do deeper into this race, to be honest. Remco, many people saying his big weakness is the mountains. Mountains, is that his big weakness? I don't know. Many of you saying Binyam Gamay, 2 stage wins and wearing the green jersey. Okay, even if you are not from Eritrea, I think that could be a good case for the best rider here. We've also had Pogacar being electric in this year's first stage of the Giro d'Italia. Is he going to be paying for that later on? I don't know. The Giro d'Italia was a heavy one. It's a long race. There's a lot of mountains. So maybe he can just get unstuck here. Are we going to see him take the stage win? That remains to be seen. I would love to see more sprinters winning stages. We haven't had a win from Arnaud Delis yet. We know that I like him quite a lot, Arnaud Delis, but we have had a Pro Continental victory yet again. So 2 French Pro Continental winners. That I don't think that happened from 2 different teams in a very long time. So could we potentially see that happen again? Can we see they you know how when they take the first stage, then the ball rolls, and maybe we could see Total, who we said was kind of the weakest team. They well and truly showed us, and Anthony Turgis absolutely playing a blinder in that sprint, staying out of trouble, making sure that he was not caught up in any real big effort moves. But is he going to be able to take another stage? Is he going to get himself involved in that green jersey battle? He's not the most